the season opener. I hope you got hot dogs. I hope you got some SFL hats because here it goes.
We need the
SFL.
foam fingers. Somebody make that a thing,
2021,
please.
baby. Let's go.
All right, so just to kind of remind you folks at home, right, the team order so far, it's going to be these two playing off, but the ban picks, right? UYU actually banned Dalsim, and Vodafone Giants banned Cammy. So we're going to see that come into play a little bit later after Vegapatch versus Kami. Already off to a great start. You notice the V set 1-1 for the side of Seth to kind of go in for the offense and add that extra damage, because I don't think Trigger 2 would be as beneficial against someone like F.A.N.G. There's so many escape options he has using meter.
I didn't even think about that. Like the fact that F.A.N.G is a very evasive character, that V reversal really gets him out of a lot of danger, but not this kind of danger.
Evasive for how long? What do you mean?
You can only run for so long. Seth rocking the UYU outfit. Man. Introduced to us in Season 3. What a cool way to add your own little team jersey to the game.
Let's go. Yo, Kami is at a whole different speed. This is a whole different form of him, because the last time we saw him in Season 3, he was very much so active verbally. Like, he would actually feel himself. He'd be like, you know, I got this. This is going to be fine. I haven't heard him say a word since.
Hey, look.
Since we started.
Once again, I feel like this, look, 2020 UYU, 2021 UYU is now the powerhouse.
What a
block. My God, Kami with the block. Me in the air with the jump heavy kick, and just the way, the pace that Kami's playing right now. Wow, and
sick.
still use your own skill against you. But now you see Vegapatch slowing things down, and this is the kind of game F.A.N.G likes to play as a character. A lot of advantageous situations, can bait out a lot. Look at that. And on top of that, this character gets to poison you a lot of instances.
Oh, here comes the activation. I gotta say, Vegapatch did an excellent job of keeping Kami restrained for so long. But man, that bust out, that was such a risky play from Kami that paid off tenfold.
Oh, wow. This is actually starting. Oh, wow, gets the hit. Look at the damage.
There was a reversal on the side of Kami. The damage was more than enough with the poison stacking up. But Vegapatch keeping it tight with the meaty. I don't know what Kami went for, but I think it possibly would have killed Vegapatch. If he hit him with EX uppercut and then delayed it enough to get the Mad Cradle extension, it would have killed.
I'm thinking the exact same thing, in all honesty. But not going to be able to do it one round apiece in this first team battle. UYU versus Vodafone Giants tries to go
Get out of here! Kami knowing full well what to do in this matchup right now, at least within the neutral. But Vegapatch, I got to say, his patience is more than enough, I feel like, to take on Kami. We've seen it already with that second round, right?
Man, the fact that Kami is using this V skill to really take advantage and put the poison back on F.A.N.G, that's actually pretty good. Gets a forward throw, back dashes. Okay. And just look at this is the pace I feel like really does not benefit Kami. It really benefits this character F.A.N.G. That prone position, good spacing right there. On the
and I got it, man. I got to say, his position,
oh my God,
it's still juggled. Okay, never mind, it didn't.
Yeah.
That was more than enough. Yo, Vegapatch's control in that space was so smart. Kami showing that he's afraid of the V-skill. Like, I understand it's not going to be doing that much damage, but it does tick over time, right? You're taking that poison, like, quite literally. Like, take the poison,
yeah.
Right? But you can tell Kami's like, I don't want to even give him that.
He don't. Yeah, that's if you notice, one of the things that he's been trying to avoid, he's been trying to like navigate a lot of the poison instances so you don't have to worry about it. And over the seasons, they've increased how poison works. Like, it goes down faster, so you have to be paying a lot of attention. If this match goes slow, F.A.N.G is the person that's in control of a lot of instances. So you see Kami trying to just navigate a bunch of these poison spots.
Yeah, but it's kind of interesting, right? It's one of those scenarios where it's like, do you take the throw or you just keep blocking kind of, or you take the throw or you try to tech? It's kind of similar. It's like, do you take the poison or try to jump over it?
Yeah.
Vegapatch has covered that second option so well and is like forcing that air, getting a lot of extra damage. It makes you really reconsider.
Oh, big jump in with the heavy kick.
Went for the full target combo. Didn't get like a big giant confirm really, but at the same time, it did enough to push Vegapatch into this corner. Out of the corner, speaking of.
Yeah, that EX dash, another one of those evasive tools that we were talking about from F.A.N.G. V-shift to get out of danger. Builds a little space.
Ooh.
No V-shift break. Installing.
Trying to go for a trigger activation, right? Trying to go for that sweep.
Okay. Has to be careful right there. That situation after prone attack is a plus for F.A.N.G. You can't attack right there. Kami's been testing a little bit.
The delay after the kick.
Oh,
that
the
was
confirm
slick.
to the V trigger too?
Oh, you're catching him?
Oh, just raw.
That wasn't real.
Mix it.
Vegapatch knew that wasn't real either. But he did it anyway. The power of the king is revealed from Kami.
You have to check sometimes. Sometimes you have to make sure that your opponent understands the character they're fighting. Those fake block strings are a real thing in Street Fighter. They've been there for a while now. So being able to call them out is a talent that any top player needs. Wow, the cancel actually opens up Vega Patch.
Plus frames as well. Really mixing it up. Oh, again, he's getting a ton of mileage from this V-skill usage. Forward throw now.
The tides
That's crazy.
have turned.
He hit him with his own poison, too.
Yeah, the tides have turned. It is you who is poisoned, Mr. F.A.N.G. Oh, wow. Thought he was going to go through to the other side. Opens up Kami. Look at the damage and the potential stun. The defense was solid, but only for so long. The first round was still looking good for Kami. Bad situation. That poison is still there. A gas line break in front.
Okay, this is going to be huge for Kami now. Despite that the deficit, he does have trigger activation. That could have been huge. He's going to do it through here. He's not going to anti-air on the other side. Oh, boy. Don't get smoked by the mix. That's plus frames. And the trade-off, yes, sir. Vega Patch had really nothing to fear that other than maybe an EX uppercut, but he wasn't going to risk it.
Okay, gets the poison once again. All right, Mad Cradle this time, getting a little better with the anti-airs. The thing about F.A.N.G has a different jump arc, right? Has a very floaty jump and multiple hidden jump-ins. Not a lot of characters in this game have it, so being prepared to deal with it all the time is something that you have to get used to. Yo, that poison is stacking something crazy.
You see it, man. Again, jumping over the V-skill, and that's a really dangerous scenario. Look how much extra damage he just took, Steve, right off of the anti-air. Or the air-to-air, I should say, the plus frames afterwards. It's all Vega Patch. That is 2 games eliminating Kami from Team UYU.
Yeah, Punk is definitely in Nephew's ear right now, just letting him know, like, hey, pay attention to these things.
Yeah, when you've seen how he performed in like previous versions of Street Fighter League, like he's taking it pretty nonchalant, a lot more confidence. But I think, you know, seeing this out the gate is huge. It's either that or it's because it's against Team NASR, the folks that took him out in Season 3, right? There's got to be a grudge match between these two teams at least.
What a whiff punish on the crouching heavy punch from Rashid. Still momentum in favor of Big Bird. What a defensive play block on the overhead.
Sheesh.
And just wipe it. Just
another backdash, but still gets thrown. Here comes Big Bird again. Stun is imminent. What an interruption. Crouch jab finds his way out. Yes, sir. Oh, no. Too far for the conversion off of the stand. Heavy punch.
Crouching medium kick. Nephew in hot pursuit. Gets knocked down by the V-trigger. Any hit's going to do it. Tries to pursue, and it didn't work out. Big Bird is on set point. Punk waiting.
Nephew was trying to speed down the highway, but woo-woo, Big Bird came in and he's like, pull over. Pull over to the side of the road. The man said, it's a cardigan, thanks for noticing. Instead, just flies right by him. Here comes the icicle. Boom, sit him down again. Now stuck in this corner. He ain't stopping for nobody. Oh, here he comes. Big Bird, side switch, and the damage.
Yeah, that stand medium kick into the V-trigger. Good chase on the Mega Man jump and full punish stun right there. Pressure getting turned up, finds the opening. One more hit, block. Gonna have the confirm. Didn't go in the trigger just yet, but spins a little meter, gets out of the corner, stays on the same side, ready for the switch, went for the chase. It didn't work out. Wow. This is getting really close to being closed out by Big Bird. Punk on the back burner.
Getting the side switch. You can hear the advice from Big Bird.
V-shift to get out of there. Tries to get him to swing. Another back dash. The walked up and did the crouching medium kick confirmed. He's not dead yet, though. Oh, that could have been it.
The overhead.
Finally,
where were you going to see that? When and where? When and where was the issue?
That's only one round of the last round. Jesus. All right, we're back.
Actually insane. Actually
this is my heart is racing right now. Confirm. Uses the V skill to get the knockdown in the corner this round. Still not looking too good.
Crouching heavy punch just firing away in this corner 3 times over, trying to escape, but still clips him on the way down. Big Bird still in hot pursuit, using that spinning mixer, or using the tornado shot to keep Nephew locked down. But once trigger is activated, it's a whole different story for Colleen.
We've seen a lot of defensive situations work out for Nephew, and it's because he's been switching it up a bit. That stagger pressure, the layers, they're going deeper and deeper.
Oh! Big exchange.
Another
back throw now from Nephew, trying to maintain this control, at least the positioning. Another back throw instead. He's just tossing him around like a rag doll. But here comes the activation sooner than later from Big Bird. It might be after this throw.
There it is.
Oh!
Oh my God!
What's happening?
Crouching medium kill.
Oh
my God, this dog!
It's so close. There's people on deck too.
He can chip out. He can actually chip out. If he gets close enough to jump, no anti-air, he breaks the throw.
There's not enough damage yet,
my
Steve.
God.
He has to find the right sequence. He has to get a little bit of block or great life going first before he goes into it. He has to hit a fierce parabellum probably.
Oh my God.
But he needs one more sequence to at least get the chip damage going or hit him once. It's so scary.
Oh, the jump in. What a, oh my God. The person who eliminated him from the finals is going to be Big Bird versus Punk, Panda versus Nassar.
You understand this is a major caliber when it comes to looking at Street Fighter, spectating Street Fighter 5 matches to this degree, right? You only get these experiences at major events. Guess what? We have it every single week. And in fact, right now, Big Bird is looking to repeat what happened in the season finale from last week to take down Punk again. Let's see if he can do it. Or will Punk have a different answer, especially with a new pick of Colleen? Not going to be the Vega this time for this run back, but Colleen has been doing work so far. Again, eliminating one of the players earlier, taking out Problematic with this.
But you have so much data now, right? You just fought Nephew. Nephew arguably the better Colleen, right? Ready with the conversion. Oh, okay. Big damage here. Hailstorm set up.
Oh, you thought you could frame kill just a little bit, but wasn't enough, or at least it wasn't in time.
Oh, that dash up. Got caught. First round. What?
Angry Bird just called him out like that. He's so scared. What do you mean? You can't just say that about Punk.
Right.
Oh, get him out of there.
Ready
You thought he was scared? Hell no.
Oh, there's the stun. You know, that option, that air throw option is an option we did not see Nephew go to deal with that corner pressure. He used Vanity Step, and both times it actually got him in trouble. Gets the conversion off the crouching heavy punch.
Oh, that's going to be
a punish. Just push to the corner.
Well, plus, get him out of there. Trying to chase. Yeah, tried to punish the view reversal, just slightly off the mark. And Punk finding solace in that full conversion. One round apiece in game one.
One thing that I like that's different from these two, from the two Colleens we just saw, is that what Punk goes to punish with has simpler punishes sometimes, and that just stops the momentum of Big Bird and gives Punk back the neutral that he likes to control.
That's what I like to see. That's very Karen-esque, right? He would go air to air with the target combo, but instead it's a lot easier. Just jumping in the air with a throw in quick reaction, quick fashion, I should say. And that's something Nephew kind of neglected when it comes to controlling the corner.
Trade combos, I got those, and then the crouching video kick to send you on your way. Still one round apiece in this first game. Goes straight into CA, spending a lot. I mean, I don't blame him though, right? Because this is the last round. Put a little pressure on your opponent, but Trigger is on the table. V-Trigger wanted to control the space, and we saw him use it to walk Colleen to the corner. Trigger's probably going to come out pretty soon. There it is.
Sarah dashing up in there as well, pointing her way back as she, what in the world?
And
that
the throw
is nasty.
to get the, it's long enough to stop the animation of the V-Trigger, but it's not done yet. Punk uses the trigger to get out. I like it.
Round one.
One of the things that I see Big Bird has a habit of doing, these close quarters games, and Punk is taking advantage of, he keeps going to the air.
That's the thing, too, because he can't handle the ground game.
Yeah.
Justin Wong just told him, you can't handle the ground. So, again, Nephew added to that. He's like, you know, he's been whiff punishing a lot, so you just play your game and whiff punish.
That stand light kick. Oh, trying to use the medium kick. It's not working out. It's not working out, and Punk is just looking like he's running away with it in his second game, round number one.
Out of the corner there from Big Bird, had to spend a bar to use it. Crouching, medium punch for the anti-air to keep this control. Now the activation, but that was great for Punk. Dashed up to eliminate the threat early.
Okay, wait a minute. Big Bird has a chance here. Trigger activated, though, for Punk. Getting a little gray life as well. Crouching, heavy punch, no confirm. Wait a minute, still gets a conversion on the combo.
Crouching heavy punch, and I like that option. That's something Nephew was not able to deal with.
Was not able to deal with it, and literally went to Vanity Step and put himself in a worse situation. So now you see Big Bird using that wall as a balancing act, tries to get in. Punk overextends and eats a jumping heavy kick forward. Meets him in the air, spinning mixer to stop the pressure, and you know that was a big bet because he definitely would have died if that was blocked.
You were dead if you blocked that. Punk actually had a smirk on his face. He's like, I can appreciate that. That was a gamble that was worth. And, you know, that's just part of life. That's just part of the game.
But you didn't block it. That's the whole
That's
thing.
the thing.
But you didn't block it.
That's
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Oh.
You were talking about whiffing some of these normals, but now Big Bird has seemed to tighten up the spacing significantly, right? He's seeing all these targets and all finding the mark with the crouching heavy punch especially. That led to this entire sequence here. Now close to stun. We had to get that trigger going. That is a big crush. But no conversion, Steve.
Yeah, a little bit out of range right there, and just wasn't prepared for the hit low forward, and the spinning mixer gets the knockdown, and it has Punk reaching a little bit out of his range, a little bit out of his depth. Uses that V-trigger a little bit to get a throw. Oh, fighting out of the corner. Tries to use the whirlwind. Punk ready for the off the backboard jump with the throw. Oh, tick throw, Mixer to get the knockdown, back fight to the middle of the stage, and anything can do it right now. How did Punk know he wasn't in range? Okay, spending some meter, gets this better situation. Knockdown in the corner, Mixer's right there though.
Damn, that was a meaty icicle. I ain't talking about no meat pop. Here we go.
Punk told Big Bird backstage that he doesn't mind losing, but he does not want to lose to Big Bird specifically.
That's hurtful, man.
Look, they talk a lot of smack to each other. We've witnessed it firsthand. Okay, Parabellum.
Angry Bird was talking about Punk, saying, you know, he's nervous, he's scared. He's been dropping a lot of combos, but we see that drop coming from Big Bird instead. I don't know if it's going to be a huge detriment to his gameplay now. I don't know if that's going to psych Punk up. He's like, all right, who's the scared one now? Look at this.
Gets the forward throw. Punk looking good, 2 throws, but we've seen Big Bird run back games like this. Crouching heavy punch, go straight for the trigger.
0.
Mixer just to get the powered up push to the corner. What a check on the dash with the V trigger activation. Team battle point for Panda.
It's true. It's the final game, or at least potentially, right? Unless Big Bird can make that comeback happen, at least tying up the rounds, then we'll get ourselves that finale run back. Oh! Big whiff punish from the side of Big Bird. I got a little bit too excited off that one, but the cross-up is there. No conversion from both sides. It's a mess.
V reversal. I was wondering when we were going to see it. There's a lot of pressure coming from Rashid. Changes up the trajectory on that jump in with the dive kick, the eagle spike. Just walking Big Bird to the corner. Did not work out. There's a tick.
And now the whirlwind shot to kind of back up the pressure afterwards. Yes, sir, you saw it just now, but Punk finds a way out of the corner. Big counter hit. Another hit. One more touch. Overhead gets blocked. This is a great punish. Now it's a full sequence from Punk, but Punk is still at a huge deficit. Yep. You knew it was coming. Punk knew it was coming, but check this out. He doesn't have any more meter to do it again.
Yep, but he does have V reversal when stun is right there. And that should be it. Sends them home.
Last week on Street Fighter League, we saw the Vodafone Giants in their first ever Street Fighter League match taking a commanding 3-0 sweep over Team UYU, sending a message to all competitors across the land. We also had the Season 3 Finals run back, with Panda getting their revenge up against Nassar in an extremely hotly contested match. As amazing as that was, and this week on Street Fighter League, we have 2 teams looking to get their first points on the board. Team UYU going up against last season's champions, Team NASR, and we have the first ever full Dominican team, Bandits, going up against another brand new Street Fighter League team and completely formidable Team Nordavind. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a show. There will be wars, there will be blood. This is Street Fighter League.
Street Fighter League Season 4 kicks off. This is week 2. My name is Tasty Steve, joined by my bro Vicious, and we already have it lined up for you guys. We saw last week, we got our first peek at some of our new teams joining us. Vodafone Giants being one of those teams, a new and improved UYU, and a few team switches on top of that with Nassar returning. But that is only a piece of what happens here for Street Fighter League. I can't wait to get into this week's actions in all honesty. And let's first take a look at the standings after last week's action. We haven't had many team battles, but as you guys can see, we have Vodafone Giants at 1-0 in first place. They did sweep 3-0, so they will be the lead. Of course, we got Team Panda right behind in second place, being the only other team to get the W. They had a nail-biter battle when it really set the pace and the tone known for Street Fighter League going forward, but here we are. We're at week 2. We still have to talk a little bit how that ban feature works. Vicious, talk to us.
So again, we've seen what happens in Street Fighter League season after season. The fact of the matter is, it is a 3-on-3 format with that ban rule still in effect. However, we slightly mentioned it from last week. These bans may just as be effective as they could be, considering the fact that it is an international affair full of top level, the elite of Street Fighter V players, and I cannot emphasize that enough. Again, we saw just a glimpse of the new teams, and we have plenty more of them to go. Every match counts in every one of these weeks. Again, there's 15 weeks of regular play that lead into the playoffs where they can fight off for that $75,000 prize, and that is super significant, as we saw between Nassar and Alpha 3 from last season, how big of a difference it is between first and second. And of course, the first place team, the one that wins it all for Street Fighter League US this season, faces off against the best of the best in Street Fighter League Japan.
And that format is going to go as follows. It's going to be 3v3 Waseda style format. Teams submit a player order. If a player wins, they go to the back of the queue. If they lose, they are eliminated from that queue. The matches continue until one team successfully eliminates all 3 opponents on their opposite team, and that's how we decide the team battle victor. Of course, those team bans are really going to play a part. My man, Problem X got his first taste of what it's like, what it's like to be the good guy. Oh, you're this good with this character? We're going to ban you. So I feel like a lot of these newer teams coming in, even some of those teams with newer players, are really still getting the feel of how it's going right now, right? And of course, let's talk a little bit about the team battles. We have Nordavind coming up this week, going up against none other than
Bandits. That's right.
Bandits,
so again, you mentioned about some of the teams that are already a part of that Street Fighter League ecosystem, ones that have been well acquainted with the ban system and the format, and that is through Team Bandits. However, Nordavind has a lot on their plate, right? I feel like this is the first time we really get to see them in action since. I know that Veggy as well as Phenom have had a lot of interactions with each other, being a part of the same team. However, Luffy is kind of the new addition, but he's no stranger to danger, right? Evo champion Luffy, by the way, multi-time top player and placing top 8s in a numerous amount of tournaments, right? This guy is the perfect collaboration for the EU team of Nordavind, right? It's going to be very interesting to see the synergy between those groups, or that group with Nordavind, going up against Bandits this week.
Now, Bandits is another returning team that kind of got a new lease on life, man. The 2021 version of Bandits is a lot stronger, a lot more cohesive. They have MenaRD leading the pack. Of course, we got Cabba now on the same team. And then we have Hermes as well, another strong player coming from the DR.
That's right.
I feel like this is going to be one of the most connected teams we have here. We always say that synergy is a major part, and that's going to be really strong going forward for this team, especially in a season like Street Fighter 4, where we got a lot of guys that have been here before.
On top of that, we have UYU coming up against NASR following suit in that matchup, right? It's going to be the ones that took the L first. So again, every one of these matches count. You know what UYU is about. You know what NASR's about. These guys are already veterans in the league. Now it just comes down to who is going to be the victor for that, because every single win counts. And right now, it's looking real tough for both of these teams. Again, it's only the first week done, but at the same time, there's still so much potential to go, especially with these two teams. Again, you have the former champions with NASR, or the current champions technically, and the ones that are trying to make that comeback since Season 3 with UYU, the newly reformed UYU with NL at the helm.
But with that being said, before we go any further, we're going to take a quick break. But first, we got to show some love to our sponsors. Shout-outs to Astro for holding down Street Fighter League Season 4. Of course, the A40 has empty removable backs, as well as you can swap out the boom mic on these bad boys, and it makes the sound that much better. So I would like to say thanks to Astro for being the official headset and mix amp of Street Fighter League Season 4.
Using the Twitch panel down below to make that purchase and try it out for yourself. Again, the A40 headsets by Astro. We couldn't do it without you guys here for this season of Street Fighter League.
And with that being said, we're going to take a quick break and come right back here, because we got our first team battle going down. You don't want to miss it.
meaning of fate, you shall know.
Was that a shot? Sword fire! Punishment! Was that a shot? Can you keep up? Sword fire! Sword fire is the end for you. It's your destiny. Soul power's nature. Fate on a fox!
Welcome to the centre of the world. Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
This country is incredible. I will become a lawyer. I have to.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Who are you? Herlock Sholmes. You must have heard of me.
We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san.
Let us engage in the art of deduction, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, what have we here? It would seem the truth is now tantalizingly close.
The defense demands its right to a cross-examination. Objection! Your testimony completely contradicts the facts.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
You're the best lawyer in the world.
All riders have to strike out on their own.
Street Fighter League Week 2 Season 4 continues. We already broke down a little bit of tail of the tape for this week's team battles. Let's take a deeper look at it. Bandits looking really, really strong this season. This is going to be, I feel like, a second chance for Mena, a second chance for Cabba as well, and a first chance for Hermes to come and show what the DR is all about. We talk about the cohesion, the fact that these guys all come from one region, as well as just Problem X being an Evo champ. We see Capcom Cup champion MenaRD. I feel like even though these are two different tournaments, doing that in a game like Street Fighter is really, really hard. And I only say that because when Mena won, he instantly talked about how much the DR helped him improve, how many more stronger players are in the DR. I've personally been to the DR. I've seen some of the talent that they have there. They call me Esteban Sabroso. They already know so. Oh, yeah, bro, you already know. But I got a lot of love for the DR scene, and you can tell that Mena does as well. It's going to be really interesting to see what they bring to the table here.
Then you talk about chemistry. You're going over to Team Nordavind, right? You have Nordavind with Veggy, with Phenom. And then what's interesting, the third player is Luffy. Luffy and Phenom have been each other's kryptonite in a lot of these matches in tournament, right? In terms of competitive play, I feel like Veggy's going to be the catalyst to join them both together to find that success. Because Veggy, again, he's also been a coach for some of these players.
Yes, that's
true. But he's back into the competitive sphere, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this synergy happens, right? You have all DR versus this brand new Nordavind team, or at least in the helm with Veggy first, Phenom, as well as Luffy, right? That kind of synergy is somewhat new, but I'm still excited for it, right? In fact, we're going to get a full breakdown as to what Rob TV had to say with Team Bandits to talk about that said synergy.
For the first time in Street Fighter League history, we have a full Dominican team amazing players all throughout. Of course, we have Team Bandits, ladies and gentlemen. How you feeling, fellas?
We're feeling very good, very prepared, and we just want to play.
Oh yeah, man. You know, I'll tell you what, as far as having a full Dominican team here, like, can you speak to just like from a pride standpoint, or, you know, just from a symbolism standpoint, how important representation is?
It is very important, you know, because when any Dominican kid, any Dominican gamer kid that wants to do this, wants to play Street Fighter, he can see that the dream is real in his country. He can be like, yo, I can see Japanese players, French players, but also I got my cousin playing over there, you know? He can do this. So, yeah, it's very important to us.
Yeah, you know, so funny. You said, but you know, I got my cousin playing over there, and Hermes looked to like somebody.
Yeah, you getting hit by the shimmy, yo. Don't take it.
So naturally, of course, I guess we can go over to my guy Hermes. So Hermes, I would say for sure you're the player that's the most new on the scene as far as like, you know, us being learning about you. I do know from having Mena on my show on the spot that you actually used to be Mena's boss at like a gaming store or something before Mena actually like blew up really big and everything, and support him early on. Can you speak on just how you even got into all of this, and you know how you leveled up so quickly to be on such a big stage?
Well, it wasn't so quickly really, because I used to play Street Fighter since Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Yeah.
But not at a pro level, because I didn't knew my community. So after years passed by, I get to know Mena and Wiman.
Yeah.
And they and other players of my community started to teach me how to play the right way.
Yeah.
So I was really bad in the game. I don't think I'm so good now, but you know, I was getting like better. I think with the right like way to play the game, I could become very good in the game. So they teach me how to play. So I just focus on trying to understand what was the right thing to do, not to win. And I don't know, suddenly I started to get like good results. Then I'm here.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Well, Hermes, you know, I hope, of course, I know about you through like the online local and everything.
Yeah.
And of course now being at Street Fighter League, like, we've played before and all of that. And hopefully, bro, you keep your confidence up and everything regardless through all this stuff, man, because of course, you know, you have these amazing players behind you as well. And I think your Cammy is dope. But I have to go to my guy, K-Lo-K, my boy Cabba. Yo, Cabba, you know, I would like to know, what is it like, the fact that you are now a world famous player? Like, I'm sure you remember early on when no one knew you, back when you were just training, you know, with no eyeballs on you. And now the world, you have fans, I'm sure, in every different country. What is it like for you now being Cabba as we know today?
Se siente muy bien, tú sabes, el hecho de que mucha gente reconozca realmente por lo que se ha estado trabajando desde hace mucho tiempo. Y o sea, ¿qué te digo? Esa grandeza de ser un jugador top mundial, o sea, yo no pienso mucho en eso, yo simplemente pienso como en seguir jugando, seguir dando lo mejor de mí, o la gente, o sea, que la gente lo vea así, realmente me gusta, o sea, me gusta que la gente lo vea así, tú sabes, pero mi enfoque más va en yo seguir jugando, seguir agradecido, muy agradecido con lo que me han apoyado muchísimo y bueno, nunca me pongo de que a esa altura ante ningún tipo de jugador. Y yo creo que eso también me hace sentir muy bien. O sea, yo mismo no pienso de que estoy en esa grandeza ante nadie. Y yo me siento bien siendo yo. Yo pienso que se siente muy bien.
He says that he feels very grateful, you know, because he's finally getting the recognition for his hard work with the community and the people, but that he doesn't really think a lot about the greatness of being a world-class player, but more of he's focused on being prepared and giving his best. So like he really likes it, but he's not really focused on it.
Oh, I love that answer. Always hungry. Appreciate that, Cabba. And you know, another team that is hungry is you guys' first opponent here in week 2. You are going up against Team Nordavind, another team who's new to the league. How do you think that your team stacks up to them, either from a player standpoint, character standpoint, however you want to approach it? How do you think you guys match up?
Well, it's definitely going to be a tough match. You know, you got Phenom, that is one of the best players in the world, and Luffy. You also got Veggy with a very good birdie. I think one of the best European birdies. So it's not going to be easy at all, but my team is very prepared. We've been doing a lot of hard work preparing for this team. So I think we're going to have a good performance, and we're just focused on playing well. If they slip up, though,
Yeah, GG's.
No.
GG's. Amazingly said from the team captain and from the team overall. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to win over the Street Fighter League fans' hearts. Team DR's own Bandits.
And again, that was a perfect interview to talk about that kind of synergy, right? This is the only team with full representation from one region, and that is the Dominican Republic. We've talked about this time and time again, how strong this region has evolved and how much this region has evolved, I should say, into the competitive scene that they are. Again, MenaRD, Cabba, and Hermes Venatari. Again, they play each other all the time on MetaView Mondays, man. They're well versed in top tier play and other players from those regions online, right? They've not stopped grinding. So it's going to be exciting to see all of these cats come together in offline play.
I mean, I would love to reference the fact that we look at Mena winning a Capcom Cup trophy and then instantly saying, yo, the DR has a lot of good players, not just me. And instantly, I feel like right after that, that's when we saw Cabba at the following Capcom Cup, right? We've always been, aware of Mandrake, right? There's a lot of strong players from the DR region. I've been there personally. I've seen it with my own eyes. You're looking at a piece of the best of what the DR has to offer. However, this is not a team that they're going against that you can take lightly. Nordavind is comprised of an Evo champion, Luffy from Street Fighter 4, so there's a lot of expertise there. We also have Veggy, someone who went from a trainer to making content and still an active and a very strong birdie player on top of that. And then, of course, we have Phenom. Phenom has graced stages all across the world, has beaten some of the best there is, and still been super active ever since 2018, even in 2019, and following through to 2021. Has a lot of first place top 8 showings to back that up, and has a lot of experience. Fought Punk on E-League, which I saw with my own eyes, and one of those people who has branched out and had multiple characters added to the repertoire to be even a bigger threat. This team Nordavind is actually ridiculous. I love the fact that we have this representation here, and the fact that Luffy being on this team really does shake things up, because we have an unfamiliar kind of Armika matchup that you have to deal with, but we're not even going to get that, it seems. So with that being said, let's go to Hollywood, Rob TV on the stage with the new team Nordavind.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by a brand new team to Street Fighter League, although not a brand new team to team tournaments. Nordavind, how's it going, fellas? Wow, look at the camaraderie just off of the beginning right there. How you guys feeling coming in? How are you feeling coming into Street Fighter League, bro? What's on you guys' mind?
Personally, I'm extra nervous because this is a very big stage, and I'm not at these two's level. So for me, it's like extra pressure, I feel. But I'm really excited to play and just try to adopt that philosophy that you play, so that you are happy with yourself and not think too much about anything else. Yeah. And I think that is a great way to actually perform. So that's how I'm coming into the league, at least.
I think that's a good mentality. Phenom, I did want to ask you guys as well. I already alluded to, you guys did play in Gfinity. You were on the same team. Of course, Luffy is actually over from being a loaner from his sponsor, so he wasn't with you guys at Gfinity. But you have some team tournament experience. Do you think that'll help you here? And do you think team tournaments are different than singles tournaments in any way?
I think in terms of, what Gfinity helped us with is to be kind of used to just having a team, the team dynamic aspect of it. Obviously the format here is a little different from how we played in Gfinity, so that's something that we're not used to this format, but it definitely helped in the form of talking about strategy and kind of things outside the game. Like more as a team.
The mental.
You know what I mean? So,
I agree with that. Okay, and Luffy, I could not wait to actually have an interview with you. I believe that you have the most amazing, top 1 unbelievable Twitter accounts in the entire FGC. So is that what's going on there? Is that like a marketing thing or what? Why is your Twitter account so amazing? You just troll all day.
No, I actually think it's way harder to be the best in Street Fighter. It's way easier to be the best in Twitter. So you have to choose your game, I guess.
Okay, and on a serious note, I did want to ask you about, one of my earlier Street Fighter memories. So I didn't go offline until Street Fighter 5, but in Street Fighter 4, my eyes were glued. And I saw someone with a PlayStation 1 controller of all things, go and destroy everyone and win the most prestigious tournament in the world, arguably, that being EVO. Can you just tell us, like, what was that like for you winning EVO? And do you even still look at things like, are you just as hungry now as you were at that time, now that you've already accomplished such amazing things in your career?
Oh, of course you're still hungry. Like when you are a competitor, you just want to be the best and win any match coming on. But as for EVO 2014, I think I don't even realize as today. I've been asked a lot of this question. How does it feel? But when you are playing in Street Fighter, you have so many tournaments going on, like every week. Like the week before EVO, I was in a tournament. The week after EVO, I'm in the tournament. Yeah. So it's just another tournament, and you don't have the time to realize that you actually won EVO because it's in the middle of the year. Yeah. But that will be different, for example, if it's Capcom Cup, because there is so much break between. Yeah. So you basically have 3 months without a tournament. And then you can just
reflect on that win at Capcom Cup. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and the team that you guys are going up against in this your first match here in week 2 is going to be Bandits. That's a brand new team, full Dominican squad. Veggy, I'll take this one to you. I especially want to take questions to you just because I know that you are now, like me, a player and media guy. You know what I'm saying? So I know you're good with the chops and all that. How are you feeling about Team Bandits? How do you think that you guys actually stack up as a team against them?
I think Team Bandits is a very strong team, but I think that our team has, like, their strongest player plays my character.
That's
so
true.
We have a lot of experience in that match. At the same time, their players will have a lot of experience against me, but they won't have the same kind of experience against my teammates. Yeah. And my teammates are they have done some exceptional things, so they are really there when it comes to who's gonna do it. So I think, even though I think Bandits is a strong team, I think that our team is a very good candidate to overcome them. That's a very nice way to say it.
You're such a nice guy. Yeah. We will overcome them. He's trying to say that he'll beat their ass. No, I'll tell you what, Veggy, Phenom, Luffy, a pleasure talking to you guys. I'm looking forward to all of you guys' matches, and best of luck in your match going up against Team Bandits.
Rob TV pointing out that these guys are content creators and players on top of that, and like to coach a little bit, and saying that they have a lot of experience as a team as well. That's one of the things I highlighted for the Bandits team. MenaRD, Cabba, Hermes, Venatori, these guys have played together a lot. So has this new team with Veggy, with Phenom, with Luffy. These guys have played a lot together, even as rivals, and I feel like that adds quite an interesting dynamic once again, because that's how you know what you're doing wrong. I feel like your rivals will tell you what you're doing wrong the best, but it's just a really strong representation of two together teams, well-knit teams, going against each other for the first time in Street Fighter League.
I mean, it's whether they actually verbally tell you or they just beat you down so hard that the message is clear enough. Right? That's going to be the case. So it's going to be Bandits versus Nordavind. Now that we got our interviews out of the way, let's get the picks in order, or at least the bans in order. Let's talk about that for a second, right? Bandits went straight for the Frenchman. They went straight for Luffy, took out the Armika, but I'm kind of curious to see what a secondary is, right? On the other hand, who did Nordavind ban? They actually went straight for Cabba with Guile. This is not an uncommon pick, by the way. He was targeted for primarily like a majority of Season 3 when he was on Psycho Shinobi.
That's definitely true. And on top of that, being forced to play that secondary is something that he had to deal with a lot of the time. But here we go. Hermes Venatori going up against Luffy. And a Colleen for Luffy instead of the Rose. I'm really surprised. But this Cammy, wait a minute, Hermes Venatori definitely just may be a fan with the costume.
The trench coat is
this
actually
is what I'm talking
sick.
About.
That is actually the assassination outfit. That's what I'm talking about. So it's going to be Cammy, as expected from Hermes Venatori. And Armika, no longer in the hands of Luffy. As you can see, Colleen is on the screen. Big surprise, it's not a Rose, but he's had some pretty distinct opinions when it comes to Rose. Right? He felt like it wasn't the kind of character he wanted to play in Street Fighter V. It's a whole different game, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to remember, man, there was quite a few characters added to Street Fighter, but a lot of these characters have definitely been retooled and changed to work a completely different way. And some people have decided to change characters, but even more so, it kind of opens up that playbook. Now we see him rocking the Colleen. We know Colleen is really strong, and we know Luffy has the skills to make this character shine. It's all about what you can do here versus Hermes Venatori, who's playing a Cammy, a character I've stated time and time again, you need to learn how to fight if you're going to be good at Street Fighter V.
And you see how slow both of these players are taking it, right? There's not a lot of normals coming out from the side of someone like Hermes, right? He wants to kind of close in the gap a little bit. And he also tests, that's kind of tough. That's a tough normal to test someone like Luffy, because at the recovery that Crouch Fierce is at, there's going to be plenty of time to whiff punish. And here comes the threat. A little bit of chip damage as well. Luffy's going to back off. It's going to be just fine. He's going to be forcing the errors against Hermes. There's an activation. That's new.
But it's only, 18 seconds left on the clock at this point? It's going to be hard no matter what. You got a life deficit that's building. B-shift to get back and goes for a clean punish right there.
Oh, yeah. That was kind of nice. That was kind of nasty, if you ask me, though. Perfectly using that engage system, using the V-shift out of there. Setting the bar already. Make it hail. Pulse frames a little bit. And applying that extra pressure, right? Just hovering in and out of that pocket just in case the jump. Oh, the jump in happens anyway.
Okay.
Hermes finding the perfect time to get that jump in.
Yeah, fights back to the middle of the stage here. Dash up throw. Luffy with the back throw. Trying to get control of this corner. Triggers on the table for Hermes Venatori.
That's the activation off of the target combo. V reversals out. It is minus, but still here comes Luffy. No fear.
I don't know about that V reversal right there. Oh, and it's definitely going to come back to bite. No V trigger at all. Luffy takes that first game 2 rounds straight.
Colleen wins. Round 1. Fight.
Still playing a very slow-paced game. And I feel like this is where Luffy shines, right? If the game goes fast with this character matchup, it's definitely going to be Cammy running over you.
Man, and still finding the right spacing. Luffy has done a fantastic job of utilizing the mediocre walk speed Colleen has to kind of get around some of the good normals that Cammy possesses, right? And that's really a feat in and of itself when you think about it. You're going around Cammy's normals to whiff Punisher?
Yeah.
Think about that, Steve.
No, it's a lot harder to do than you make out, right? Like, a lot of people are like, yeah, it should be easy. Like, no. Cammy has really good buttons to have to navigate around and find a way in.
No.
But you can't find a way in with that jump. There's the counter.
And I like that. Luffy just mashing on it. Backdash to recreate the space and go back into safety. It's going to be tough for Hermes. 2 missed attempts for the dive kick to connect. No longer in threat of V-trigger. Sit him down. She's bleeding. Send help.
Send help.
She needs some milk.
Cammy in trouble right now. Hermes Venatori with the Cammy, not, nerfed at all, right? Like, being able to play full strength at this, and Luffy just playing the lane game. Just gets the lead and uses the space. Gets out of the corner with the jump light confirmed to a combo. Backdash to get away from the throw.
Oh, sit him down.
Okay, to the corner we go. Hermes trying to get something started. Stun is on the table.
No.
The B skill 2 nonetheless is always too late. Shout outs to my boy Hurricane, bro. I feel like he's one of the first people to make you notice that B skill 2 from Cammy. Not to take anything away from my boy Hermes right
That was a great way to blow up a delayed tech, right? That is such a good tool to kind of throw people off guard. But when you see it once, you're kind of familiar with it for the rest of the set. But again, establishing it early might be great for Hermes, because now it's going to have Luffy rethink his decision of doing any sort of delayed tech.
Yeah, it really resets the situation, man. One of the reasons I really like using B skill 2 with Cammy is because a lot of people wants to stop that pressure. They want to interrupt. B skill 2 blows that up. Yeah. So that slows the pace down to a crawl, and then lets Cammy get to move around a little more.
Yeah. Especially in that corner. Here comes the activation, right? Coming in from that crouching heavy punch. What a delayed tech. Again, we thought it was going to make him rethink his decision, but it was a whole different story. Hermes needs to keep that in the back of his mind while he gets hit with this full conversion. Man, that's a lot of damage. Throw's going to do it, and he knows it as well. Luffy takes it down 2-0, eliminating Hermes Venatori.
Hermes Venatori having a first set here in Street Fighter League, and we've seen so many different, players come through, different skills come through here and be in the same situation where they go up and they're like, all right, what am I supposed to do? Like, what's my job here on this team? They're still trying to form it out. These guys have a lot of experience with each other, obviously, but still getting that team dynamic down, especially when literally every piece, every one of the team members could potentially take you out and eliminate you from the queue. It's very, very scary. That's where nerves come in, especially on Street Fighter League.
a terrifying thing to think about, man, because you've opened up the floodgates with all the pro players, and it's something that really comes down to the format as well. You're talking about the ban system. You want to make sure that every one of these bans count. You want to talk about these 3v3 orders. The pick order is absolutely vital because you want to get rid of as many players as possible without losing any of your own, right? We've seen how important that is, how it comes into play in each and every one of these seasons, and it's something some of these new cats need to take into consideration. But as it stands, the new cats are the ones in advantage with Team Nordavind. Luffy taking out an important tool in the synergy of Team Dominican Republic with Bandits, right? So we're going to see how this works out. Cabba's going to be facing off against Veggy, and this is a matchup I've been looking forward to, right? I want to see what Cabba's been up to in the lab and what character he's going to play, considering that Guile is no longer on the table. He had a phenomenal Ryu in the early seasons of Street Fighter V, and Ryu right now is going to be the pick because he is a monster this season. And speaking of monsters,
that's actually true.
Birdie in the hands of Veggy is going to be something I've been looking forward to forever. I've seen Veggy play a little bit. I've seen him commentate a good amount, and man, he's good at both.
All right, first, let me say this. If we go back and look at Cabba's Ryu, there was some instances in last season where Cabba was putting people on blast. Now, that was a not powerful Ryu. Oh, wow. Those normals, one of the strongest things available for Birdie, knowing how to use them properly is something Veggy is showing you how to do. Forward throw, real close to stun. The overhead always does it, but it's going to be the crouching medium first round. Goes to Veggy.
And look at the maximization when it comes to efficiency towards building that meter. My man Veggy giving him a headache. That was the most aggressive play I've seen. And he's in there. Bubblegum in a dish.
How many pieces do you dish, though? A lot. It's going to be a lot. That V-Skill 2 is definitely a projectile that they gave this guy that I feel like it really helps his normal game. That V-Skill 2, okay, goes right into it. That's really not that bad. It's round 2. If he loses this round, that would have been the end of the match. Cash out that damage, get more, but still gets hit.
Oh, and he's getting hit even more so. I think he tried to jump out of there. Another back-to-back counter hit. Now's the time to grab, and it was going to be what Cabba thought. But the bait was there. This guy, Veggy, is a liar. He's like, I don't trust my own skills. I'm going to be dependent on my two teammates, Phenom and Luffy. Fact of the matter is, this guy's a liar. He's a deceiver. Game 2 between Veggy and Cabba, Birdie versus G. And so far, we're seeing a lot more activity from the side of Cabba in terms of the normal placement, right? There's more fireballs just outside of the range that Veggy wants to play at.
Sí, cadena el tiro ahorita.
If you think about it like this, we saw that Veggy was really paying attention to the fact that Cabba really liked those fireballs, right? Started off with an EX just to get through it in that second round first game. Good punish. Charge EX punch.
Yeah, prioritizing the Okazami more so than just leveling up the presidentiality level. Oh, that's dangerous.
It's very dangerous. What's the Oki like? Forward throw could have been back. Stand light kick, and we've seen this situation a couple times where Cabba gets on the ropes and constantly gets opened up. Stun is there. Wow. Wow, what a reversal. Wheel kick to the corner. What's for breakfast? It's a lot of meters, so watch for the wake up.
Oh, that's still going to be dangerous for Cabba, I feel like. I think if Veggy gets a solid hit confirm. Oh, okay, he spends the bar.
Sorry, Cabba, tú eres el mejor.
Never mind, he spends the bar. Could have been critical if he had a solid hit confirm.
Acuérdate que tú
Hermes
estás podrido, compadre.
Tranquilo. Oof, and he is really getting caught. Oh,
yeah, you
wow.
can't do that for free. That's a great call out there from Cabba, but still running into the hanging chain, another bubblegum. But that's a great time to get your presidentiality level up. Man, he's had all the answers so far to suppress the threat of V-Skill 2 against Veggy.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you right now, this game is starting to slow down, and Cabba's getting a little control. He's starting to drive this tour bus right now.
Oh my God, way to stop too. That crouch medium punch. Great bufferable normal, covers so much range, and even the follow-through, right, pushes more towards the corner.
And this is going to be tough, because now with that presidentiality level, those fireballs get that little splashback. They hurt a lot more. That means you're not going to be able to move even more. And this second game is looking so much better. Reads on the jump, the V-scale to do it. You think you're not going to get grabbed, and you're dead. Game number 2 goes to Cabba. One game apiece.
Talked about that tranquilo.
Paciente, tranquilo. Combate perdió. Es rey, pues.
Es lo que está tirando en el neutral, es cadena y casco en brillo.
Sí, disparado.
Básicamente, no.
Ok, la cadena. Sí.
Cadena y caco en
Él te
brillo.
tira la cadena porque cuando él te la pega, él cancela con el whisky.
Ajá, exacto. Y se te da chicle.
Eso se catea contra fue por abajo. Con la fuerza.
Pero me gustó que Cabba cargó un nivel cuando él tiró el chicle. Cabba aprovechó y cargó un nivel.
Bueno.
O sea, el trade fue bueno. ¿Tú crees que es bueno hacerle B-reverse al caco en brillo?
Sometimes maybe try to like switch your wrist to see how you react to it.
Round 1. Fight.
Veggy goes back in, being a lot more aggressive with the walk speed, while the stand light kick buffer, you were talking about that from G.
One of the best bufferable normals in the game. Again, G possesses a lot of those. But man, we're talking about range now. Birdie's definitely got that range with the standing heavy punch, but it's a good thing G has a fireball to contest that range either way.
Well, that's why you see Veggy really willing to go in and is getting Cabba a lot of whiff punishes, because those normals are really good from Birdie, but it doesn't mean they're not whiff punishable.
That is a big fact, actually. Yeah, we've seen G's, like multitude of G players, just flail their arms about with that heavy punch to get those snipe outs, or at least get those big whiff punishes that lead into heavy damage. But so long as G doesn't have presidentiality level or meter, I think it's going to be just fine. Fact of the matter is, he technically has both right now. He's got maximum presidency, he has a command grab, and all this corner carry. Oh no, that was just a frame kill to reset, and still Veggy was not buying it. That was a very good bait from Cabba. It got me.
Oh wow, big damage here. What's the Oki? Stand light kick. This time Cabba backing up, changing it up from those last games. Got hit there very, very much on those first 2 games. Oh, chases the backdash. What a delay tech from Veggy. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Holding in the bullhorn too. Trigger is still on deck for both players. Is Veggy going to actually spend the rest of his V-trigger as an assault? Oh boy, he's going to bullhead or bullhorn?
10 seconds left on the clock. Somebody's got to do something. I didn't know that was still there.
Could you bullhorn that?
I don't know. It has 2 hits on the... Oh, I love that throw. 2 seconds left on the clock. Goes for the pressure. Instead, Veggy takes it to the final round. Yeah, that was really, really smart.
He went in for the meaty instead of just backing away, because it could have been Cabba dashing in and getting chip damage. That was really, really smart.
Got to be careful with the pacing now. Veggy in the lead. Ooh.
Big punish there from Cabba.
And look at the positioning this is going to give him. EX wheel kick to the corner, gets the forward throw as well. Stunned about halfway full.
Yeah, Veggy's not going to fall forward there, at least not going to get stunned. He's making his way out of the corner, spinning that bar for the EX bullhead. And now this is the kind of game Cabba wants to play. He'll play the fireball game against Birdie for as long as possible, but I think he's looking more so for the buffers, 1, and then 2, a way to get his presidentiality level up.
Not close enough to do anything with that. And once again, teaching Veggy a lesson, trying to swing back. The buffer worked out perfectly, gets the counter hit. Power of the earth. Tries to go for the throw to close out. Perfect spacing on those dash punches. I like it. Uh-oh, finally gets opened up. Big damage once again. What's the Oki?
Oh, and he chased him down. That was so smart. You know, that would have been sick if it was a V-shift call out. That would have been great for Veggy. Fact of the matter is, Cabba just went up back. I think, Veggy could have had time to crouching medium punch, get that anti-air going, and then even create a more dangerous situation with the threat of a meaty or a command grab, especially in that scenario.
And another thing that needs to take note of, the fact that Veggy's using a lot of meter here. So some of his damage callouts are just raw EXs. So when he gets these hits, he's not getting as much damage as he wants. He's going to have to focus more on the command throws and getting closer. And that's where Cabba is winning at this point. Not right there, though. Oh, too close this time. No spacing, not looking too good. Stuns on the table.
Got a counter hit conversion as well. Stun can be a problem. Ooh. Man, anti-air hanging chain. Not quite dead yet, though. The stun. Great block on the overhead, but no punish.
Oh,
you thought you
that
could
was
sneeze?
godlike.
No, sir.
Cover your mouth. Wheel kick to the corner. Lots of meter. Please don't get grabbed. Don't get grabbed.
Oh. Looking for it still. You see the buffer.
You get hit, you could die. Cabba is definitely in kill range. Oh, more hits like that, Veggy will be too.
I think Veggy could possibly look for maybe a standing medium punch EX bullhead. Oh, the anti-air actually barely whiffed. Cabba could have believed in it, or he should have believed in it.
Better be careful with those neutral jumps. We saw the call out with the EX handed chain, right?
Is that going to be enough to kill, though, if Veggy doesn't get...
That's going to be enough to kill. The CA bait, the short jump just to get him to swing. Cabba just looking for it at that point. Looking for it at that point.
Right? He tested. That's what happens when you're too solid fundamentally. You see someone go to the sky.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're like, I should be anti-airing here. The thing is, when it comes to the advanced level tactics, you got to make sure hey man, if they don't extend their hurt box, you're gonna get punished for it, right? You're missing that hurt box in an attempt to anti-air, and you're still stuck in recovery. It's exactly what Cabba wanted to bait him out. We saw it that first instance, and that was the light bulb that went off. He's like, oh. He wants to do this.
So, one of the things that was said in the interview was Mena was like, yeah, man, we know that they got a birdie. He's like, and this is what he said. He's like, but if they slip up, and that was a slip up. The slip up was, personally, if I was in that position, I'm thinking we're going to look at Ryu anyway, not the G. Nor was I ready for him to be prepared with the V reversal command grab scoop. Cabba making it no. He's like, yeah, you guys stopped me that last season, but now what are you gonna do? I got a G and a Ryu and a Guile? Are you serious?
Now guess who we have up to play for Team Bandits? It's gonna be none other than MenaRD piloting that birdie yet again.
All right, well, I guess we're gonna see it one more time. If I'm not mistaken, we don't have a ban on birdie, right? So we could get birdie. But what if Mena, who now has quite a satchel of characters, he can just pull a new character out of there, I feel like. Maybe we see the Sakura. Maybe we see a different character this time
He has
around.
Abigail, Karen, Sakura, Birdie. Those are the main 4 I've seen in tournament. And those are the 4 I've seen him actually succeed with, and it might just be the Sakura. However, Phenom also with a bag of tricks, rocking the Karen. And imagine this, right? Using a character like Karen online in that atmosphere, you know how much Karen relies on hit confirms. Now it's in a different, it's like the weights are off when it comes to Phenom. He gets to play maximum potential Karen in this environment. It's going to be so dangerous to see because we've seen the kind of work he's put in as the content creator that he is now and professional player. He's been putting in a lot of work with this Karen, but MenaRD also very familiar with this character and this player as well. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be the 2 anchors going at it. MenaRD from Team Bandits versus Phenom from Team Nordavind. Already off to a pretty even start with 80 seconds on the clock.
Well, and also the thing is that like Sakura has some really good ground control, right, with her normals. But if Karen gets started, and we know Phenom is versed in this, we know Phenom has already dealt with multiple characters, dealt with the Sakuras, and actually switched to this character to be better in a tournament setting. Even has a Guile on top of it, the whiff punishment. This is the ground control that I was talking about. This V-trigger activation can put a lot of damage on the table. Wow, and it still did it anyway? Back throw. Wow, what a situation, what a switch. Needs to be careful. EX Fireball on the chase, a little trigger still left. Are you going to spend it to get in? Yep.
Yeah, to kind of check to see if there's going to be any normals that you can clip on the way over with the Guden Ken. When you talk about ground control, Karen is definitely in that space when it comes to ground control. Boy, you talk about characters on equal footing. I feel like this is that matchup. Karen can control a little bit more when it comes to her medium buttons, I would say. But Karen or Sakura's walk speed is really also pretty big threat. I gotta see who walk speed is faster. I can't remember.
Bro, but on the same note, Karen does have buttons she can put in that range. That stand light kick coming from Sakura is a thing too. It's just as well as that crouching medium kick. You have to look for those
exactly
things. And she has a legit fireball. Gets clears the jump. Oh, wait a minute. Clears the anti-air, spins a little meter to make it safer.
Look at it right now.
Stand light kick.
Control coming from MenaRD, the difference in class, dividing our class, I should say.
Jump in, just block, no anti-air. There's the activation. This is what we saw bring Mena back from the brink of that last round. And the life lead is definitely in his favor. But wow, the EX dash to get through, the Tenko to get the punish, and now the life lead only a fingernail slightly in favor of Karen.
It's going to be so difficult to contest, right? It could blow up, or even chip could be a factor. Right, if it goes down to it, MenaRD could possibly... Oh, that's huge! Even bigger! He had a second least in life with that low medium kick. And I'm telling you, man, I actually looked it up. Sakura's walk speed, forward and back, is slightly faster than Karen. So where Karen can dominate in the ground with her normals, Sakura could kind of do the same with her movement.
Forward throw. A crouching medium kick. Just fishing right now. Low forward. Tenko, yep, there's the side scoop. Oh my gosh.
That
low forward confirm is really coming in handy.
Yeah,
Tatsu to get out, ready with the crouching medium punch, and look at Phenom. This is the Phenom that has trained with Karen, especially after playing Punk for years in Street Fighter V at this point. So you know there's some expertise there.
Trigger on the board.
CA on the table.
So yeah, that was going to be the route for MenaRD. That's actually mad far, and it's so hard to even contest that. Oh, You saw the sweep. There was a startup of a sweep there from Phenom. You know the trigger is going to be coming out. And there it is. Back throw is going to be dangerous. No whiff.
Looking for a dash in.
Oh,
yeah.
but
yeah.
he punishes the fireball. You were talking about that fireball game. When it comes to Karen, if she has that meter, it makes it so much harder to make that decision. Do you want to throw a fireball against someone like Phenom or anybody navigating Karen?
You need to pay attention. That's the thing. You need to pay attention. Spacing is super important when you have a fireball versus a character like Karen. So if she has meter, that means you essentially can't do it anymore.
Nope. No, you cannot. Whoever heard that before. In terms of like Karen, if you get like a standing light kick, you don't really get much unless you're up close. You can get 2 light confirms into the just frame Tenko, but on counter hit, then you'll be able to get some of the nicer stuff off of the mediums. I just think Sakura's light normal game is a little bit more consistent than Karen's from the further ranges Sakura wants to play at. See, that's why MenaRD's been throwing that a little bit more often than not.
When there's no meter there, you can harass at this range. You can like, you know what? Like, I'm going to make you fight because you can get right outside that range where Karen can confirm and make her fight. Contest a little bit more. Big jump in here.
And you knew MenaRD was able to test that water. Like he put himself in the corner just to see how you would react to the first jump and did so again to see a longer normal. But that's just fine for Phenom. Man, what a call out. You had to see it coming. That's one of the main activation routes. It's so good. It travels so far. Does chip. And
I see.
Okay, the converter. MenaRD looking a lot better round 1, game number 2.
I like this a lot from MenaRD.
This is a deciding battle right here because this is going to see who's going to have the advantage going into this last. This is the last battle to see who's going to have this advantage going into these extra innings, I should say. No team sweep as a victory on both sides.
Check too. Phenom thought he was going to get away with it after that low forward, but gets an activation. Not too big. Oh, but opens up with a low medium kick. EX uppercut. Get off of me, MenaRD.
Activate.
Oh, you're actually dead. You're actually dead. Oh, no. Oh, he didn't have Oh, but he still stopped him on the way up.
I wonder what that was.
Exactamente, tú lo tienes perfectamente controlado. Solamente
but you know what that means? That's a game apiece. This match is going to be important. That means if Phenom loses, it's only Luffy left to defend.
That's true.
If Mena loses, it's only Cabba left to defend. This is important. You can see Mena racking his brain right now, trying to keep that momentum.
My man Cabba is just making MenaRD laugh the whole time. I guess that's how you get him relaxed, right? You don't say tranquilo, you sing his favorite song.
I'm going to tell you right now, I remember Capcom Cup. We were in Vegas many, many years ago because of current situations. And I remember Cabba behind Mena during a match screaming, "Bruja, Bruja," like talking about, I forgot what character it was. Called her a witch, but look at this damage though.
Oh,
gets the sweep out of the corner. I don't know why Phenom is okay keeping that corner, but gets a big opening right here. Trigger about halfway gone. You see, wow.
Big punish. Oh, and it's still fine. That's more than enough. Now at match point, that was a little bit of a scramble, but MenaRD came out on top regardless. There was a punish on the board. Man, what is he saying? There was a punish on the board with the Gurenken slide ender, but still managed to get the most of it. Oh, no yeah, we talked about that fireball, right? Don't you dare do it in front of Miss Kanzuki with bar.
Okay. Series in with that crouching medium kick.
Big low forward again, so far and so powerful. Forward throw. And you still press the button on the way out. Fierce is still within range. Throw is gonna kill, and he knew it too. Here comes MenaRD. We're gonna see the activation route now.
The reversal. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Can close out, not close enough. Oh my God, that was kind of scary.
I was terrified.
Oh, geez.
First I was afraid, but he wasn't petrified. All right, so here we go. Another round.
I didn't know he was going to pull the trigger. I didn't know you were going to go all the way in on that one. All right, here we go.
Low forward into the Orochi afterwards from the Tenko. Forward throw. Now it's all Phenom in control. This is going to kind of scary, right? This is the final round, by the way. It's gone so fast.
There's meter. We got to be careful with the fireballs, even though you have that trigger active.
Ooh. That is so brave.
Sweeps.
It's easier to punish nowadays, even max distance. So.
Oh, wow. Gets the hit conversion. It's going to be the end of trigger, though. V reversal.
You thought you could sneak that in? Are we going to get a side switch? No, he's building up that V gauge a little bit and a little bit of damage from that V skill. I like that.
Jumps back just to get out of danger, but we've seen Phenom chase, and we've seen oh no.
It's okay.
Oh no. That drop is really just hurt.
It's okay.
Really just hurt Bandits.
Sheesh.
Really just hurt Team Bandits right there. Phenom takes it 2-1, and man, that was super scrambly. That was super scrambly.
I mean, that could have been another Oki situation for MenaRD, and that could have been lights out for Phenom too, right? Just one bad call would have been it for Team Nordavind, but Phenom coming out on top. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, to be honest with you. Now he's going to be waiting, or actually moving back to the line as Luffy gears up to play against Cabba. So it's going to be 2-on-1 in this affair. It's going to be kind of tough for Team Bandits. That was super important for Bandits, without a doubt, but the way Cabba's been playing with that G, I'm thinking maybe he has a chance.
I honestly think there's a chance. We see Luffy coming up, already establishing the dap. Cabba with a big smirk, putting the team on his back. And oddly enough, this isn't the first time Cabba has been here before. Cabba's been here before. I believe in Season 3 we had an instance where Cabba was the last remaining member of Psycho Shinobi and still was doing work, I believe, and didn't ended up winning the team battle, did not. But just the fact that Cabba was the remaining sole member of the team and still was able to do it.
Man, that was a broken team, by the way. Psycho Shinobi, that was nuts.
Yeah, man. Shout-outs to Hot Dog 29 and Cien not joining us this season.
We see you, brothers. We see you.
We see you.
Let's take a look at this match at hand. Cabba versus Luffy already. G versus Colleen. And we see already the kind of passiveness that Luffy wants to play at, or at least the keep away. Not passive, right? He's slowly kind of building this gauge, baiting Cabba to come to him, right? And that's great, though. If he manages to get a jump out or maybe like a cross-up or a parry, he switches sides. And I don't think Cabba's going to take that bait yet.
Sets up that projectile. We've seen Cabba. We know Cabba has immaculate space control, right? Normally a Gao player, so it's all about the booms. Wow. Oh, forward throw.
Normal too, about controlling the space. Cabba just playing it in his pocket to make sure he doesn't end up in the corner. What a background house into the confirm, and this slam down forward throw.
Oh wow, that crouch jab from G definitely has a lot of range. Speaking of range, just to confirm. I'm just trying to see how Cabba's going to react with this G.
Ooh.
Nice little amount of trigger left there. Needs to be careful. We know that counter is something Luffy likes to do. Oof. Oh,
damn.
Wow, that hurt.
Check the back fist.
Oh,
man, you talked about those dashes, right? Hermes Venatori was victim to that as well. Mena gave a big statement about it. You got to keep checking that V-trigger. But speaking of, G has V-trigger of his own. You know it's coming. Don't get grabbed. He's just pump faking him. And Luffy's not budging.
I like using the fireball instead and not using the V skill.
Oh, the chunk of damage. Uh-oh, 5 seconds left now on the clock.
Oh,
Luffy is big chilling. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Man. Not enough time. No way.
I like how G walks. Go, come on. Okay, once again, back to the fireball game. Once again, not doing bad. And on top of that, you have to remember, Cabba definitely does have a really good rebuttal game. Give him around, give him a match to play. The adjustments he makes will be substantial enough to turn the game around. Had a life lead for quite some time in that first round versus
man.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, some of the best light bufferable normals in the game. And what a time to backdash. There were 3 lights, 1 too many from Cabba. There's going to be a fireball getting punished from that activation into the icicle spear into the other side as well. Luffy trying to get the momentum.
Oh my gosh,
he
the
slapped
crouch,
the ice.
Jab,
slapped
buffer.
the ice. Ugh.
It's a back throw into the corner, parabellum. That's going to hurt. Power of the earth. Wheel kick. Stay out of my hair. You see the top hat? If you can't jump over this top hat, don't jump at me at all.
You must be this tall to play Street Fighter V.
Right, that dude is like 7'3" or something, right? All right, here we go.
Ooh. It's all right. I'm not 7'3" either. That's why I'm not.
Power of the earth. Anti-air starting to kick in. With punish. EX parabellum. We're going to take the carry or the damage.
Definitely getting both, I feel like, to be honest. With a heavier set character like G, you're able to get those consistent parabellum carry, or I guess sequences to the carry.
Uh-oh, not good right here. Stun.
Let it snow. Here we go.
Will this series be enough? No.
Definitely not, but the throw is going to be within range.
The throw is definitely in range. That first game is going to go to Luffy. Man, that was...
It could have gone either way, man. I gotta say, Luffy's patience and just him going back and forth between being passive into aggressive, it's so hard to even differentiate when he wants to do it and just kind of suppress him, because he is champion caliber. He knows many playstyles, and he can incorporate them at any will at any point in time.
Well, that's definitely true.
Kaburuchi. Vamos arriba. Sigue paciente que tú lo tienes.
Hermes giving Cabba a little vocal coaching right there.
Ooh.
These headsets, man, these A40s. Shout outs to Astro for holding us down here in Street Fighter League.
Keeping the comms crisp and clean as usual.
Oh, crush.
And yeah, covering. Oh, that was really interesting. Did the splash meet up with Colleen? I feel like she could have air thrown.
What? Punishes the V reversal just out of range. Cabba prepared. A lot of preemptive jabs just to try to stop that offense from Colleen. We've seen a lot in Street Fighter League history, but still a threat.
What a whiff punish.
Man, Cabba's whiff punish.
Oh.
Mega Man jump out.
You get crushed. Roundhouse activation into trigger. Dashing up, one of the big things that the entirety of Bandits has been telling you to keep aware of. But still, you're going to whiff in front of him. You're looking for a trigger activation. Luffy's not going to give it to you for free. Back throw would have been enough, but covers it just in case. Yes, sir. Opts to select against the throw, but here goes G. 2 triggers back to back. Are you going to be within range to get this command grab, or will Luffy stuff you out with an enhanced jab?
I wouldn't be surprised. Just out of range, though. Meter is right there. Oh, you can get dangerously close to chipping out. Catches the backdash. Cabba was prepared.
That was the most Rose thing you could have done, by the way. Backdash in the corner.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Luffy, forever a Rose player at heart. Shout out to Filipino man. He knows what I'm talking about. Backdashing in the corner is just a thing. It just happens.
A natural occurrence in the life of Rose.
I still can't believe it actually let him live. Like, he was only one touch away.
The X wheel to get to the corner.
Oh, you saw the command grab just a little bit too early. EX Parabellum. Let's get the sweep into light hands.
Tick throw starting to work out. Crouch medium kick, no. Ants, oh jeez, that hurt. Anti-air, hold this projectile, jump. Try to go for the tick throws.
Oh. Crouching fierce. You already know Luffy has the anti-airs on lock. Oh my.
Oh my.
Shout out to George Takei. If you're watching.
Yo, shout out to George Takei. Tricky all day. All right, here we go. Forward throw.
And I like this. Yeah, backing off. He wants to live long and prosper. He's got full critical art on deck with this life lead. That's going to be more than enough, right? If he's going to spend it, he has to.
Yep.
He has to.
Smart move to go into that last round. Have empty bar, give you some damage to build. Thing is, G is going to have some bar as well. Almost working on a CA. If Cabba can get this round, there's still life.
Oh, yeah, of course. We want to see it go to a Game 3. We want to see more Street Fighter, to be honest with you. But Cabba, right now, might be at the advantage with the amount of bar he has. If he is able to buffer normals into some big damage, he's going to carry Luffy to the corner.
Those are normals. I think it's the heals, bro. Because I'm telling you, Colleen's hits, they just hurt. They feel like they hurt extra. The business lady. Oh! Yo, can we talk about the whiff punishments on my man Cabba, though?
Nasty. Yo, you're going to dash right in front of him again? Oh, no belief in the punish for the Parabellum.
It's the heels, bro.
That was mighty. That was hefty. I like that. Yeah, the frame kill. But, you know, Luffy knew well enough to not tech this time around. He didn't face any big repercussions last time. But, oh, man, yeah, the tick throw is enough to bait Cabba. Dash up 2 times. No, he's going to go for the icicle.
Wow, you're so used to these Colleens playing this super fast dash game and just literally playing it so slow, throwing off the timing regardless of what you expect. That means that Luffy is going to take it in orbit to take their first team battle here at Street Fighter League Season 4. It wasn't easy, though. It definitely was not easy, though.
It definitely was not. You're looking at the total record of 6 games won, but they happen to lose 4, right? So that's going to be substantial, but it's still only week number 2, right? They have plenty more games to play, but it's still a very, very solid stamp and a test of your skill this early into Street Fighter League, being inducted as one of the new kids on the block. But I got to say, Phenom, Luffy, and Veggy, that is going to be a pretty good team to keep your eye on. But it's not out of the woods for them, really. Yeah. Bandits still has a chance to reclaim that victory in the run back for the double round robin scenario later down the line after, because it's 15 weeks of play that lead into the playoffs, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true. And we've done this before. You guys have seen Street Fighter League before. And if you haven't, wherever you've been, look what you've missed. Look how far we've come and look where we are now. It's really going to be a thing to see how this season plays out. The fact that Bandits, like you said, this is their first team battle, and not a bad showing in all honesty. They could have went down and got no team battles at all.
It was mad close towards the end.
It was super close, and I felt like that's one of the things that I touched on earlier is just the fact that you have some of these matchups that may not benefit you all the way through, and that's going to be up to a lot of your team to kind of back that up. Now, just to look at some of the matchup instances, right, there was no block on Birdie. Like, Mena could have played Birdie. Right? But I understand the thought process of saying, like, hey, these guys deal with the birdies all the time. They already know we got Veggy as well. But I feel like, I don't know, I guess
But this is intel for all of us, right? You saw how close it was between Phenom and MenaRD. It went down to the wire last round, and it was just off of a slight technical execution error. I should just say execution error from the side of NRD. Yeah. He looked at his pad afterwards. We saw how it went down. There was no way he could have dropped that sequence unless it was a technical or execution error. So it was still could have gone either way. But even with Luffy and Cabba not being able to utilize his guile as it was the ban pick, he still put on a good showing.
I was about to say
2-1 over Veggy, almost brought it down against Luffy 1-2.
I mean, look, if you look at that, Bandits is off to a great start, I feel like. I mean, they have the team cohesion.
They got W's on the board
They got W's on the board, though. Those matches count. You never know. It can get down to one of those issues at the season when we have teams tied. Those rounds, those matches outside of the team battle will play a very important part, and we're taking note of all of it, guys, so don't you worry. This isn't our first rodeo. I promise you that. But it's still a scary situation, right?
Yeah. I kind of want to see what's going to happen for Bandits going forward. I want to see what Hermes Venatori has to put to the table. Again, he's the only one out of the entirety of this group so far between these two teams that has not scored that W yet. He's still trying to find his bearings and his rhythm. And we still have plenty more to see between these two teams. But right now, it's going to be Rob TV standing by with Nordavind. But we do have to take the time to thank Astro for being a crucial part of Street Fighter League this season. All of the comms that you heard between the teams, that's them through their A40 headsets. All the sound, the crisp, clear buttons that you hear as well, that's all coming in through the microphone, baby. All because of the Astro headsets. Again, you guys could check out the Twitch panel down below for your opportunity to check this out. They've been supporting the FGC for about 10 years now, a solid 10 years at that, and continue to do so. Again, we highly thank Astro for being a critical part to Street Fighter League. And with that, again, we have Rob TV standing by with Nordavind's very own Phenom.
Oh my goodness, I am here with Phenom coming off of a hot win. You guys' first match at Street Fighter League. How does it feel to start off with the W?
I think the first match was kind of the most important in that sense. I feel like if you start off well and you keep carrying on the momentum, then the other matches are probably, hopefully they go in our way as well. But I think it's good that we won the first match.
Well, with you talking about momentum, someone who's a very momentum-based player, one of the best momentum-based players in the world is who you had to go up against the 2018, I want to say, 2017 Capcom Cup champion MenaRD. And you see, he went with the Sakura, very aggressive strategy. You guys had a tight match. Were you surprised at all that he went with the Sakura, and how do you feel about the match overall?
I was a little surprised he picked Sakura. I thought he would play Birdie as that matchup is kind of okay for Birdie. But maybe he knew I don't have that much experience against Sakura, so that's why maybe she picked her. Or maybe he's just more comfortable in the matchup. I don't know. But yeah, I was a little bit like, oh man, I don't know really what my strategy is here. Yeah. So I had to feel it out, and he dropped, I don't know what combo he dropped at the end. But yeah, so. That made it a little bit less stressful for me. I just got to win comfortably there.
Yeah, that jump angle is annoying for Karen with Sakura. Yeah. It just jumps and it's so far, and it's like your crouch spears goes a bit too far forward. Okay, and then last thing I'll ask as far as the character bans, you guys had Mika banned on your side, of course, which I'm sure I'd imagine that you predicted, and then you guys banned Gao. So there's no shock with the Mika ban, right? And then as far as the Gao side of things, what's the theory? What's the theory on the Gao side, on the Gao ban?
Well, like you said, we pretty much knew they were gonna ban Mika. So Luffy had to play Colleen, and we were like, okay, which is the hardest match for Colleen?
Yeah.
And then we figured Guile will give him the hardest time, so we banned Guile. And the funny is that we expected Cabba to pick Ryu, and he even hovered above Ryu before he played Veggy, and then it's G, and I was like, I didn't know. So yeah. That was a surprise.
Amazing play from Phenom and the rest of Team Nordavind, but guys, the action does not stop here because right after this break, we have Team UYU going up against Team NASR.
If I go too far, please forgive me.
Welcome back, Street Fighter League Season 4 Rob tossing it to the break. I appreciate it, especially after that interview. I learned a lot there. I definitely learned a lot there. Phenom, definitely one of the breadwinners when it comes to that team battle that we just saw. But things progress. This is week 2. We got a lot of matches to go through.
Yes.
So we go to this next team battle. It will be none other than the new and improved 2021 UYU team versus the 2021 version of NASR as well.
That's right, the defending champions, right? But at this point in time with week 2, everybody has had a chance to play. So let's take a look at the standings and where everybody's at so you can follow along because every one of these wins matter. So let's take a look. Again, Vodafone Giants with 1-0 along with Nordavind, but Vodafone had more of the W's on their side, hence why they're in first place. Panda and NASR, 3rd and 4th respectively. Down below, you also have Bandits and UYU trailing behind, but it's still just the beginning, right? Even though they had a loss or even a win at this point, it's going to be still going down to each and every one of these wins, and that's what's going to matter going into the playoffs, right? The top 4 spots is what's important for these teams here, going through 15 weeks of gameplay that leads up into that finale. So right now is going to be pretty early to call. This is like the information gathering part.
Yeah.
But for us spectators and fans, they're just blowing each other out. And that's actually kind of cool. Like, we get to experience
That's
top-level
true.
play no matter how it plays out.
Look, I just love to see digital violence, bro. I'm all about video game violence, especially when there's a competition behind it. This one's called Street Fighter. It's a dope thing. You guys are enjoying it, and I know you are. But let's talk about this team battle today. Sure. We're going to have UYU going up against NASR. Do you feel like the new team composition of UYU can fight this new NASR?
I think they can, but it really depends on what part of the round robin. And I say that I choose those words very carefully because NL was not part of the ban system. He wasn't here last time. And the fact is, you know, he's been the targeted ban for so much of these teams. Like, even outside of like these games, you're talking to some of the other teams. Like, I get to talk to these guys backstage and I'm like, yo, man, if you had to face off against someone like UYU, you know how big of a threat NL is. Would you ban him? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So NL, again, being one of the best players here, he's going to be the biggest target as well.
And of course, you have Oil King, another returning Street Fighter League alumni. But also, we have Kami, and I believe we have Rob TV on the stage with a few words from Kami.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with a good friend of mine and, of course, a UYU pretty much veteran, I would say, up to this point. My guy, Kami. What's going on, Brody?
I'm good, just chilling, you know.
The normal, I would say.
Just enjoying California.
Always laid back, enjoying the good vibes and everything, beautiful woman and all that sort of thing, right? Okay, we don't gotta talk about all that. You like an anime character in some ways yourself, like a mix of a trap rapper and an anime character, and a Street Fighter player a little bit on the side as well. So we talked about it a bit in the team one, but not in depth, obviously, like I would like to do now. Just your whole mentality and mindset, bro. Like, I never had asked you about that, like even in personal conversation, like what your outlook was, like why you're so, just like kind of laid back when it comes to your approach towards the game and everything. Have you just always been this way, like even growing up in school? Like, are you just always more like of a laid back, chill type of cat, like a NOS type dude?
Yeah, I mean, and like, if you mean school-wise, like I never really spoke to that many people. Like, I was always like cool, or, like popular, so to say. But like, at the end of the day, when I went home, I was like, I don't none of them.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was always just chill. I would literally go home and play video games with my friends. Like, I used to play Persona 4 Ultimax, which is a anime game. So I would play that like nonstop. And I guess, that just became my personality of just being chill. And then I started playing Street Fighter and stuff just took off. Like even now, being in the position of being in like Street Fighter League and stuff like that, like I just played. Like, how some people, like, they pick up Street Fighter and then like they'll go on Twitch and they'll find like favorite players and stuff like that. Like, I won't lie, I used to have a favorite player like in 2017 where it was Haitani, because I was also playing Akali. So I think it's natural to like find somebody else who plays your character. And then you're like, wow, this guy is really nice. And then you naturally become a fan because you watch them so much. But then like after a while, like I didn't really look up to like anyone or whatever, because like I don't really see the point. It's not like I have, like I said in the team thing, I don't really have a goal to play. Like,
so
some people
that
play.
team thing, that not having a goal, right? Yeah. Like for me, I'm a loud, you know what I'm saying, like aggressive type. So I'm always like, let's go, I want to be the best, lame Naruto type situation going on, But like, with you not being specifically pressed on like becoming the best in the world and all of that, right? Where do you get the motivation to train or to even, because you're a good player, where do you get the motivation to become that good? Just from enjoying it so much?
Well, honestly, it's just because my friends play. Like, I've known people like Punk, Smug for like a long time. Like, even like I used to know Smug when he would go to tournaments, and I would be like, I would never go to a tournament. That's so nerdy and stuff, yeah. And then eventually I started going, and then I only would go just to hang with my friends. And then, you know, eventually, like if your friends is really good, you just, you know, pick it up or so. But I don't really, like with the whole goal thing, I don't really have a purpose of like, you know, I'm trying to be the next Punk or the next Idom or Tokido, because at the end of the day, like being the best is cool and all. It looks like it has its perks, but it also looks like it's very stressful. And it's like, it's always somebody trying to take you down or starting drama and stuff. Like, at the end, I still get to play with all of the best. So, you know, what's the difference?
And hold your own too.
Yeah, Punk gets to play Tokido. I mean, I've played Tokido also, or, you know, I get to play. It's literally no difference besides, I guess he makes more money or something like that. But like, you know, I don't. Well, I mean,
even you know, but even with you talking about, even if you're not pressed on, you know, money itself, of course you're doing fine. And you know, I think that you're a great example of other avenues of when it comes to succeeding in esports. Like your Instagram account, which I believe is What Is Kami, right? Everyone should follow you on there. If you living under a rock and not following my man's already, but your promo on there is just out of this world, honestly. Like people, the FGC is used to just looking at Twitter. But you provide so much for your org and for yourself through what you do on IG. Can you speak a bit to your business mind, at least towards, you know, marketing and things of that nature when it comes to like building up your IG, building up your socials?
You know, I just try to focus. I wouldn't even say I try to focus. Like, I try to dabble into like a little bit of everything. Like, some people put all of their heart and soul into just being a player. And honestly, like, even if you put all that into just being a player and you did become really good, it's not that like,
it's not the most lucrative thing.
You know
like,
because you could be the best for 1 year and then the next year you're completely ass.
You see what I'm doing, bro?
Yeah, so
you know, I agree with you.
So it's not. You should always try to dabble in like a lot of stuff. Like, even with UYU, we have like a new clothing drop that's coming out with collab with this UK designer called Soft, Sons of the First Tribe. Yeah, and the only reason why that collab is happening is because I messaged the UK guys.
That's fire.
So like, a lot of the times, you know, it's not always about just playing. Like, playing is cool and all, and winning is cool, but a lot of people think, you know, winning, that's it. But it's more than just winning or whatever when it comes to being esports or just any job.
Whatever you're trying to do. Especially nowadays in 2021, bro, everybody making money on the internet and all that, and there's a specific skill set needed to, you know what I'm saying, to do that. So, Kami, I definitely think you are one of the most interesting people that I have probably ever met in my life, but you know, especially when it comes to, again, do not let that get to your head, bro. Do not bring this up. This is all on camera stuff. Do not bring this up off camera. But definitely one of the most interesting people that I have ever met, man. And you know, I'm looking forward to what you bring us on Street Fighter League in game and out. Ladies and gentlemen, UYU's very own Kami.
Can I get a 5 at least?
Oh yeah, I got you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Lots of insight coming from Kami, and not only just from the competitive Street Fighter FGC side, just talking about some of the avenues that are available here in the community that we all so love, right? Talking about that collaboration that UYU has coming out, an amazing fashion line coming from UYU. I can tell you that right now. These outfits in Street Fighter 5 aren't the only thing that they have available for you guys to look at.
Yeah, and I think Kami kind of highlights the community aspect of it, right? Like, you may not be thriving to be the best. You could just be, you know, playing the game to be good enough. And that kind of leads into meeting new rivals or meeting new players as well, and building those kind of friendships, right? Even after what's said and done at every single Street Fighter League, these guys are a lot closer now because of that experience, right? The next time they see each other at an offline event, they're like, yo, man, it's been a while. It's good to see you. And then they'll reminisce, right? So you don't even have to be the best to even be a part of this community. So I think Kami kind of encompassing that as well. He's like, you know what? I'm not trying to be the best that I can. I just want to, you know, shed some light on this community aspect of it.
Yeah, even talking about his friendship with Punk and going to school with like Smug and playing games afterwards. So it's a very elaborate discussion they just had. I really, really like getting that side of some of these players, even though it's not 100% fighting game centric. I really love to see how they're tied to this community and how that evolves, but how they're tied to this situation. This team battle is going to be a doozy. They're going up against last season's champions, NASR. they got a new problem, which is X, and I am not good at math. And then, of course, Nassar coming into this week's team battle with a loss on their record, and that's a harsh way to start a season after you just win the championship.
And that's kind of fair, right? That was kind of like the initiation process with the new reformed team of Nassar, right? Not having Samurai, but instead a big problem through Problem X. And he's talked about it already. He's already made that complaint. He's like, I can't believe I'm in the target. And I was like, you had to see
you're
it coming.
new here.
You must be new here.
You're definitely new here.
He's like, well, you're going to do that the first week. I'm like, yes, of course I'm going to do that the first week of gameplay. That's how it works here. Actually, we do have more words coming in from Problem X, part of the new reformed Nassar team. Let's take a look at what he had to say with Hollywood Rob TV.
Oh my goodness, do I have a treat for you. As you can see, we are here with Europe's finest and one of the world's best and one of my good friends, Problem X. What's going on, Brody?
What's going on, man?
Man, how you feeling? How you liking Street Fighter League so far, my guy?
I mean, so far it's great. I've been welcomed with a ban, so...
Yeah, you had to get initiated, get that bison out of there. But how did the match feel? Like, your first match you played up against Punk and everything, like how did it feel just playing on this stage with teammates in your ear and all that?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a good vibe, good energy. Obviously, I lost that match, which, but it happens. The character was banned, he played well, so... Yeah, we're looking for the run back.
Yeah, you need that.
But it's good to get the debut out the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we can get into it.
When we were outside having lunch, like you probably didn't even know that I heard this, but you guys were just Angry Bird was talking. He was like, yeah, man, like even if we were to lose the next one, we still earlier. He was saying something like that, and you were like, no, we're gonna win, or something like that. Like
I don't really want to get into that, we have games to...
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're 0-4, whatever, now you have to win everything.
That's what happened in NASR last season, but then they brought it back, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but it's not an ideal situation. You don't want to just be like, you don't
want to go to losers at a major, ideally.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't like losing, regardless, secondary character, bands, whatever. I don't like losing. For me, it's not okay.
Yeah.
Or at least in my head, I don't treat it like, it's okay.
Yeah.
So, because you're trying to win. But a great team, great energy. I like the confidence.
Yeah.
Also from the opposition.
Yeah.
It makes it that much better when it swings our way.
Yeah.
It's all fun.
Yeah. See, I'll tell you what, bro. Like, I love hearing you answer that question in that way because we know just from behind the scenes, bro. Just like our mentality is really similar to a lot of things, and I think that nowadays a lot of stuff, has gotten, I would say, even better in some ways where people are more like a odd-on type of guy or like a samurai or which we'll talk about as well, where it's like, okay, we got games, stay calm, so on and so forth. Whereas, you're kind of like more of like a cutthroat Kobe Bryant, rest in peace to the Mamba type of competitor. Can you just speak to that in general? Like even let's say, for example, we got like Punk here, for example, right? Who somebody's historically looked at as one of the best players in the world, a rival of yours in the CPT. Can you tell us a bit about your mentality? Like, okay, for example, to make it more concise, when you do lose, which you said you hate, what do you do afterwards? Like when you get back home, when you get back to your setup, what do you do?
Well, if it's a stream match, you'll watch it back.
Yeah.
But if you can't watch it back, usually I have like good replay factor in my head anyway. Like I'll identify where something went wrong, and I'll be like, okay. Also as well, like, I just like when you take someone out their comfort zone. So it's like if I see someone was comfortable, that's one of the good things about playing someone like Punk is he likes when he wins, so it's fun. So it's like, I like when I win, and we'll like play around with it and troll with each other and stuff like that. But for me, I go back, practice, try and play the matchup if we have access to it at a high level. But if not, I'll just go training mode, mess about with some stuff. Usually if I don't have a matchup, I'll just create more nonsense setups. Because I'm not good at improving this neutral because I can't run it, but let me just get some more tricks.
I never knew that you did that. That's smart.
That's probably you can increase the tricks you have if you can't sort of defend better against
that's not matchup knowledge dependent.
You might not always have the level of the character that you lost to, but you can always try to increase your level.
Yeah.
So that's probably the best bet if you really can't find someone to practice with for that level.
Yeah, speaking of wars, I would imagine that's something that has probably been some type of a war or a battle for you overall was just getting up to this point, specifically coming from Europe, coming from, England, specifically UK. I feel like the easiest, nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. You got to grind no matter where you're at, no matter what. That goes without saying. However, I'd be remiss if I did not acknowledge the fact that being from Japan, being from the United States, we have a bigger platform. So it's easier for us to make it in this. You have been able to do this from the UK. Can you express what type of unique challenges that created for you? And did it add any type of extra chip on your shoulder? What was that journey like?
I mean, you know, I feel like the UK especially and the European scene has, you know, it's a very strong scene. It's leveled up over the times. Everyone loves to play with each other. I think we've got the best of the best of that region here. Maybe, you know, if I'm missing anyone, I apologize, but for the most part, you know, very strong European representation in Team Giants, etc. Nordavind as well. So yeah, we play with each other. I think we've got a strong base. So in terms of breaking out as such, I won big majors first in the region and then globally. I think when you win internationally, obviously winning the Evo, that's as big as it gets internationally.
Of course.
So I think that was a big stepping stone, but I think it also put a lot of eyes on Europe even more so. Especially Luffy done it earlier in Street Fighter 4. So it's like, okay, 2 guys coming from Europe winning this Evo, and we got to start looking at these guys now, and you see the other players getting more and more shine. And I think it's amazing. And we've all helped each other, you know. Even you might have a few like sort of rivalries in the scene.
Of course.
You know, but that all helps.
That helps
it
too.
All helps. Yeah, it all helps. You know, and I think we've got great players. I think traveling and the reception of the international players has also been great for the growth and development. So, you know, playing with the American players such as your Punks, Idoms, and I come from Street Fighter 4. So, you know,
even
shout
Snake
out to
Eyes,
F.Champ, that Minion, you know, all of those, you know,
PR
Balrog, all of those sort of guys. So the competition back from then is kind of still in me, like, you know, because it was a lot more sort of cutthroat, I think.
Yeah.
You know, compared to now. Now it's a bit more
friendly.
Yeah, more professional.
Yeah. It's more polished. We got the lights, we got the cameras and all that.
So but no, Europe's a great scene to come up in. Lots of players are making dominant strides on the international stage. You know, it's not just myself. You know?
Of
so
course.
there's lots of people coming through. So the continent is not to be messed with. We're not trying to hear none of that free nonsense.
Oh, you know,
we're not trying to hear any of that because people are here.
EU is not. I think it's more of a troll. I think it's a funny thing. I don't think anyone thinks EU is God.
Hopefully, by the end of the Street Fighter League,
it's over with. It's dead.
Exactly.
It's dead.
But yeah, that's basically my journey. I mean, I grinded from start off playing online. You know, playing with friends. Went to some tournaments. You know, won those eventually. Work your way up. That's how I done it. You know, and yeah, it's been a great journey. You know, I still want to get the Capcom Cup. Still want to get this Street Fighter League. And then I can say I've won every single type of tournament in Street Fighter 5.
Oh my goodness, my man's a problem, man. That's a bad man right there. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mamba Mentality, Problem X.
Yo, Rob TV just gonna slander the EU name like that? I had the opportunity to meet some of the EU cats, and I'll tell you what, man, these cats can play.
First off, everybody knows that I consider EU, it's like my second home. When I can come back, I will. I would
Must be nice, Steve.
I would
Must
not
be
say
nice.
that. I would not call the EU free in any stretch of the imagination, and not when they have an Evo champ.
Come on, man. As nice as that is, you know what's nicer? The fact that we have the full EU representation coming in for this year's Street Fighter League Season 4, right? We've had Team Nordavind coming in, 2 Norwegians and a Frenchman. Like, I'm telling you, man, that is pretty cool. On top of having Infectious in the building as well. Mr. Crimson, also from France. And there's just so much being put on for the European region, right? So that's going to be pretty cool. Also, Veggy Patch, we got the Spaniards in house, too. Big representation there. I like that. Being the Filipino that I am, I appreciate that. Now, again, Nassar with Problem X having great synergy with the other two. They're lifelong friends and longtime rivals, right? Being able to be a part of this organization and still a part of Mouse Esports, still being able to represent not only him, his team, as well as his country is going to be pretty important, right, going into it. They are still at the deficit, so is UYU. It's going to be who's going to scrap for this W going into this battle, and I do mean scrap it out.
Well, I mean, look, you got Oil King going up first against Problem X nonetheless. Bison, still the target of the ban. Of course, like I said before, you're new here, Problem X. You're definitely going to get hit by that ban. But on their side, they decided to ban Cammy once again. So NL not going to be a factor here. I think this is one of the smartest things you can do at this point.
We'll see how it goes out, right? Kami's going to be the first up to bat. Or excuse me, Oil King's going to be first up to bat. Going to be facing off against that problem. We saw what happened with that E-Honda pick prior. I want to know if it's going to be enough, right? We've seen glimpses of his Alex before. We've seen glimpses of his Abigail before. But as it stands right now, he's still trying to make that Honda work. And he's talked pretty highly of his own character with Honda, right? Or at least his own abilities with Honda. Before these matches have even started, he's like, I've had a lot of time in the training room. Damn, that is a big hefty fierce.
No, you're 100% right. Also, I really hope that Problem X's team, I hope the Birds told him how they do the ban system here. If your character's nice, you best believe you're going to get banned. And I'm sure they know this, right? I'm sure they know that Problem X is going to be the target of the ban. I'm pretty sure that's why they would put him first. That's what I would do anyway.
Makes sense.
Not saying Problem X ain't nice with any other character that he plays. Just saying, like, if you want a full power team, you want the best options possible, you want to put the person that's been weakened the most in the front of that line so you can have a little backup.
You're thinking about it as well. When it comes to the 3-on-3, you're looking at the other order. It's like, okay, well, are they going to put their strongest player first? All right, well, I'm going to get rid of that because I'm slightly toned down because I don't have my main. And you can hear Angry Bird already popping off for the mans getting that W, or at least getting the first round as Honda.
No contention there after that recovery of the headbutt. And just backing up. Oil King playing back pretty far from Honda. That's going to give him a chance to pop that V skill. I don't know if I will do that.
Oh, yeah. Headbutt Ting's in it. Always ready with that charge.
Wow. EX Hecaton Craze. After the V shift, nonetheless. That medium kick. That was so good. Get scooped. Double scoop.
That was going to be a normal. Hand pressure immediately afterwards. Again, just at the tail end of it. Butt slam the cross up. Big counter hit, but still not a lot of damage. Just harassment coming in from the hands.
EX Cruel Disaster going to get the carry forward throw. There's Trigger on deck. It's been a while since we've seen one of these, and using the axe kick to get over. Look at the stun. Look at that.
Dead. It's not dead yet. Oh my God, no.
The butt. The butt. EX Sumo butt.
I can't believe that just happened.
Yo, with the Kodashi on the side?
I can't
the
believe
short
that
sword?
happened.
Okay.
Bro,
all right.
Did you see that? I thought he was dead. Did you see the stun?
That's a sturdy boy.
I thought it was over.
E-Honda is
that
a
was the
sturdy
Chonko stew,
boy.
Steve. That was the extra Chonko stew. He's never at a caloric deficit.
Right,
you see this man? He's got the width. He's got the buff-ass arms. His abs still form, by the way.
Abs.
If you see him stand straight up, that's crazy.
I got a couple of uncles that look like that, though. Stomach just out there, wherever, and they would still look like they'll just beat up everybody with a six-pack. Okay.
I aspire to have that. Ooh. Hand pressure again. So again, let's talk about the neutral phase of this, right? Problem X isn't going to be moving, but he flinched at that last second to crouch medium punch, and the counter hit still not making the most of it. Oil King.
Oil King is getting so many instances where I feel like he could take advantage, and this is not good. Look at the damage right there.
Yeah.
Oil King is in trouble this round, maybe forfeit, especially with that stun. Man, this is tough.
Ooh, and Problem X knowing full well what to do with the trigger afterwards, right? Not going, like he already realized the potential of damage, right? He doesn't want to scale it any further. So just letting it go one time allows Honda to get Oki immediately after. I think that's just unfamiliarity or just unfamiliar territory in general from Oil King when it comes to playing off against this Honda.
Really curious. Oh, wow. Stanlight gets to confirm that V-Skill 2. Wow. That V-Skill 2 give you a small extension with Seth. Okay.
Yes.
Good spacing.
Very good whiff punish there. Dash up for Oki as well. Forward throw. What's going to be the pressure situation? Stanlight kick. Looking for a frame trap mostly, but here comes that activation. Oh, the back throw. This could spell a lot of danger. You don't even have to charge up for... Dear God, that was an anti-air option from Honda. That was a single anti-air option from Honda. You went from how much life? Near 70% to damage, stun, and death.
E-Honda, bro. You think he got the short sword for no reason? He's like, I don't even need this. I'm going to hit you with my head, and you definitely going to be dead. Oh, there's bars. I ain't even try to do that. Either way,
oh, my God.
E-Honda is definitely a threat out here,
good
bro.
Old DSD. Damage, stun, and death?
Damage, stun, and death.
Jesus.
Look, E-Honda.
He's so menacing. He's not even looking at you straight. Look at him. Oh, my God. That's so intimidating. Get away from me.
No, like, first off, E-Honda has huge damage output. that V trigger, as you see, no charge on the head, but you said this before, that no charge, that really hurts.
I think so he was walking back. I was just saying, like, while in V trigger, I didn't take a look at the meter. I think he was able to just do it anyway, right? Or at least use light headbutt into, like,
oh yeah, once you get the headbutt, you just go straight in the trigger, you get the double hits.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if it was going to be like, if he actually spent it, right? Because I wanted to know if it was going to be like the anti-air version and then he pressed the button afterwards to continue it, because he managed to get, like, what, 4 headbutts?
That was the trigger, though. Headbutt, trigger, yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it was...
Am I tripping?
I think it was trigger, headbutt, trigger, trigger.
Oh, man, hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
You
like,
got me tripping right now.
Oh, I got to see it again. I hope they highlighted that because that was actually sick. Oh, yo, let's go. We got the debut of Akira here at Street Fighter League. For the first time, somebody's picked one of the new characters. And I'm not talking about Rose. We saw that through Justin Wong. We're talking about the newer characters, Akira. This is going to be fantastic. And we saw the V set, right? We have the launcher.
Yep.
The rival school's mechanic in V-Skill 2.
Yo, we going to see the big brother? Is the big brother hanging around in the rafters? Is he on one of those ships back there?
Probably. And so we'll see what happens. Kami navigating his way with Akira. And I don't know how much experience Angry Bird has against this character, but immediately goes for the Seth pick. By the way.
And it's really a knowledge test, right? Because you're even just knowing how to fight the character is one thing, but knowing how to fight the character with a newer character is another level to the game. Oh, nice.
Big confirm. Gets a juggle afterwards. Gets Oki after the elbow. That's very important, right? Being able to dash up, carry over to the other end of the screen with the damage. Akira does such a fantastic job with that.
Yeah, and on top of that, she has a very good like corner cash out with her damage. If she has bar, she has a lot of damage on the table. Also, that V trigger is another thing. Acts as like a moving wall. Oh, speaking of side switch, like a moving wall. We're taking a tour of the entire stage and the carry.
That jab version just moves the character even further out, right? Just having that jab string over and over and over again, you're slowly pushing your character, or at least their opponent, to the corner.
Oh, wow. Check right there. I actually prefer that. Yeah, we see Cruel Disaster. We've seen Cruel Disaster quite a few times. I'm not exactly sure what button she has that can contest that because it leaves you very close range. Oh, cross up. Oh, the crouch confirmed combo. Yo, Kami.
Meaty elbow, but still not going to be enough to contest against that V-shift. Great punish there from Angry Bird. Big tech. The roundhouse coming in hot, but still target combo coming out from the side of Angry Bird, not phased. The throw.
I'm surprised no wake up EX.
Ooh. There it is. Yeah, EX uppercut not going to fly. Instead, he's going to build meter. Mad Cradle again, or maybe not. I was going to say, a little bit of extra meter, but it's fine. Angry Bird looking at near critical art. But Kami still, again, enforcing that point. It's like, I'm willing to throw out this EX uppercut, so now I'm going to try to get you the next time around, right? That's going to be fine intel. Oh, boy. Counter hit combo, crouching heavy punch, or excuse me, crouching medium punch into the heavy punch instead. I like that.
Knockdown, quick tech, going to go for a throw just to keep that pressure going. Go for the roundhouse instead and just the light kick DP.
Man, she's so dangerous, too. That's meaty elbow. That is plus. Interruption there. Elbow to kind of contest the movement.
The axe kick to get out of the corner. That's going to be the first game on the side of Kami.
Let's go.
Look, the fact of the matter is that Angry Bird is playing and since the beginning of the season has not picked up a W for the squad. Kami looking like he could potentially eliminate Angry Bird from this queue in this team battle, and that would be big. Starts with the V skill.
Right now, this is a very, very big knowledge check against Angry Bird. How much practice has he had against these characters?
But we've also seen the rebuttals. Oh, nice. You got to be careful. Her crouching medium kick really does keep you on notice.
Yeah. It's kind of got a pretty sizable cancellation window for you to go into it after like a hit confirm. Like you see it hit, you just go into whatever special you wanted to, really. Obviously, you want to go for the spin kicks, right?
Oh, wow. Activate. Look at this setup. Yo, Kami. Yo, we're taking it to the skies. Push to the corner. Tap, tap. Yo, if you ever played Rival Schools, you know that's optimal, bro. Oh, okay. Cool Disaster. Going to spin the trigger to take the corner back. Not going to spin the rest of it. Wants the damage.
Oh, that was tough. That was tough for Angry Bird. And you're actually dead.
This is big damage. And low, you're dead. You might be. Oh, wait.
No, you're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. I lied to you all. I was talking about Kami the whole time, actually.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like...
While in trigger, yeah, if you get hit by one big reversal, it would have been lights out. See, I called it the whole time, Steve. Nothing to worry about.
Got it. All right. I was mistaken.
I thought there was another variant you could have done to get an extra fireball and then use the EX fireball in the air.
You can, to my knowledge, you can do fireball loops without the EX,
You
right?
can. You definitely can to get that extra damage. Yeah, +3 afterwards, not afraid of that. That crouching medium punch is so good for applying pressure. Or even stealing turns, right? That's so dangerous.
And I can tell you right now.
The crouching confirms again, Steve. Sorry I slapped you.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I've slapped many people.
Oh, he's going to get slapped around instead. Speaking of counter hit combos, that is exclusive. Look at that. Crouching medium punch into the standing heavy punch. All the Hekatonkeries in the world. He does it again. And the stun, you already know it. Annihilation Sword just in case. Extra damage. If she wasn't dead, the stun was there. All tied up, one apiece. Angry Bird making the right adjustments. I will say, though, for Kami's behalf, he's not doing too poorly. He's not doing bad at all, I should say.
I'm interested to see what kind of input his team's giving him, you know?
I got too excited. Ooh.
Right there. That's what I mean about contesting that cruel disaster.
Just throwing the normal right before
yeah,
for the heavier ones. Yeah, most of the time, a lot of players have some sort of option to do so. She could go into stand medium punch into the target combo, getting the launch, but as it stands right now, Kami just hasn't had the rhythm to contest against Angry Bird yet.
Defense looking very solid for Kami right now. Life lead is in favor of Angry Bird, though. Jab check right there on the dash. Oh, wow. Tries to get the throw, jump back, retaliation, just not to be stuck there. Kami's placement on these crouch and medium punches has been stellar so far. Gets the other side, crouch jab instead, calls the big brother. Oh, got the counter hit, wasn't able to make anything happen. Going for a little tick, throw, action. V-skill didn't work out. Stand roundhouse at a distance.
I do see the full critical art on deck for Angry Bird, right? Could spend 2 bars to pretty much take down the round, but if he needs to, I mean, like, critical art might be more than enough. Yeah, it's going to be a punish. You already know what it is. Yes, sir. Akira does have a lot of space with those roundhouses, but it's just not enough. It's too punishable.
Yeah.
Moving that forward like that.
So you talked about, like, that character knowledge, and obviously that's there, but you can tell that Kami has done a pretty good job of just walking Angry Bird to the corner. Taking advantage of it is one thing. Oh, nice anti-air with the Mad Cradle. But yeah, just keeping Angry Bird on his toes has been one of the things that Kami's done well. Interrupt this time, still no check on that cruel disaster on block. V-skill 2 gets the crouch and medium punch like you were talking about. Dash up.
There was a counter hit, but he didn't get to convert off of it. Really unfortunate, but still has a slight, I was going to say, some of the momentum, but here comes the activation off of that roundhouse. Has to make it safe. Daigo-san!
Back to the corner you go. What a read. Kami gets the combo this time. Full combo in the air. Oh, another hit. Throw and
oh,
wow,
boy,
I didn't think that was going to happen.
This is actually tough. Trigger is coming.
Reversal.
Nah, see, most people are starting to, like, activate after the second hit to kind of keep the activation ambiguous. Oh,
plus. Yeah, you got to be careful. It is plus.
So one of the things I do want to see from Kami is a little bit of faith coming from the light normals, right? He got 2 counter hits in a row. That should be intel against Angry Bird, knowing that he's willing to press buttons on wake up. But there hasn't been a full conversion yet. Hekatonkeries EX version now into the corner. Angry Bird in full control again. Very similar start to how this game started. Nice work.
Crouching medium kick. Starts the offense from Kami, and that's what I was talking about. That cruel disaster, Angry Birds has just been letting it rock. Full meter on the side, though. Gonna spend it to get this juggle with the EX. Forward throw, once again, bad situation for Kami. We've seen it earlier. We saw a trade.
Man, the defense, it's so tantalizing too. I mean, it's kind of intimidating to see Daigo there, but at the same time, it's like he's walking back and forth in your face, like Kami is. Or you want to press a button, but still.
Oh, he does. I don't think. Yeah. And you heard Angry Bird call it out, say, hey, punish. And that should be that. The thing is, Kami didn't do too bad. I felt like that match was in his hand. I felt like it was something small that happened, and it took that match out of his hands.
Absolutely numerous times, right? You actually saw the knowledge check a little bit there from Kami. He went for the light ender multiple times to get that sweep to get that frame trap against Seth, but he tried it one more time after that and actually got punished for it, right? He should have let it rip the first time and just completely change up the direction of what he wanted to do. But Angry Bird, again, getting coached by Big Bird at the same time. He's like, yo, man, you need to punish that. He saw those kicks. He's like, yo, there's a punish there. And so, again, the knowledge check would have been I feel like Angry Bird, again, knows it as well. We saw the first knowledge check by punishing with a critical art against the -6 roundhouse against Akira, so that was one thing. So I thought it was going to be one of those situations where maybe he really didn't have the frame data on deck, but knowing Angry Bird and the caliber player that he is, how foolish of me to assume that. Yo, this is going to be sick. NL versus Big Bird. Now, NL was the targeted ban against, the Cammy pick. So that's going to be tough to call, but he picks Ryu, and this is not the first time we've seen this. He's actually done this over in CPT, but this is the first time we've seen this matchup.
Right? This is the classic right here. See, this is why we need those special intros back, Capcom. If my boys came in and dap fist a la Third Strike, I'd shed a small tear. But here we go.
No, I want the new generation one where he put Ryu in a...
Oh, the headlock? That's Alpha, bro.
Alpha was the headlock, right? But then up close... do they do the fist bump still in new generation?
Third Strike, it was the dap, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to know what they did before. I think it was the same thing.
No, it was the Noogie. It was the Noogie in
That was
Alpha 3.
Alpha.
Yeah.
For sure. I meant new generation, Steve. 3.
But Third Strike is the last one. You can't just say go to that one. Speaking of just going to that one, we're going to the corner, and NL with the Ryu takes
What is happening?
over Big Bird's Kin. This is only one round, though. I wonder how prepared they were for this. I'm really interested to know if they thought that we were going to see a Ryu from NL baits out the EXDP. He wants the damage.
Jesus.
And my man Ryu hits like a Norse god these days. Yo, damn.
And he does it again.
Sure are you, Reppa? He's like, look, bro. Yow, the stun though.
Oh,
the reset.
no, that would have been dangerous.
One of the reset. Oh, Shotogere. Shotogere. Bro, NL got that mean look on his face. NL got that mean look on his face. And he got on that trash bag Missy Elliott Ryu outfit. That's what I'm talking about.
The trash bag Missy Elliott.
The shiny trash bag.
I remember that.
You can't stand the rain? No, me? Oh, all right.
Damn,
okay.
that's a good song.
The knee bash.
Checking the low forwards now. Again, let's talk about this matchup. Speaking of low forward confirms, Big Bird is definitely one to kind of get that low forward into uppercut, but still, managing this guy. The anti-air is still there. No, too far for the medium kick target combo to connect.
Gets the sweep, jump out of corner. No, keeps the corner. Fireball's gonna look good. Damn, it was still that fast, huh? They were point blank range. Right, cool.
No whiff punish there from the side of Big Bird. It's kind of tough, right? Still in trigger. You have unlimited fireballs at least. Or, you don't dwindle down the bar with the fireballs, I should say.
There's that back throw. EX fireball just to make sure you don't do anything. NL still reaching a little bit. Almost got whiff punished for a second time. And there it is, the 2-hit stand medium punch into the fireball. Big Bird getting around on the board in the second game.
I really like the usage of stand medium punch rather than medium kick, right? Because even if medium kick hits, the target combo is going to be too far away, whereas medium punch is going to do that job a little bit better.
And if you have EX, you can just go straight for EX, block them right there.
I just love the way the normal looks, man. It's such a good normal.
One thing I really respect about Ken, he still has the Third Strike standing heavy punch. I love that.
And the target combo, right?
Yep. The Lion Tamer.
Oh boy, we talk about that jump in too coming in from Ken. The jump heavy punch just changes up the arc dramatically, or drastically I should say.
No, it's called Lion Breaker, excuse me.
There he is. I thought you were talking about Chris Jericho for a second.
Nah, I was talking about the target combo that Ken did. I was just a little late on the call. Oh, wow.
Stun. Did you see how much stun that did while in V-trigger? That was messed up.
That's the Denjin Hadoken, bro. That's a Denjin Hadoken. Infused with electricity, it becomes more powerful, increasing the stun.
I blame Thomas Edison for that one.
It's just Ryu was thinking about Thomas Edison when he created the Denjin Hadoken.
Goken? Sensei? Who invented electricity?
That was a kite and a key. Throw to the corner. Low forward, activate. Shoryuken. I get a follow-up these days. Back throw to the corner.
Throw. This is absolutely Oh, you backdash that! Oh, no. Side switch not there.
Oh.
There was a counter hit. Oh, sick with it.
Follow up, EX2.
EX enough. No, not yet. The lows are going to do it, though, if he manages to get it. No, he's back.
You can't throw a fireball, bruh. You bet not. You bet not. Big Bird will definitely challenge you. You better stop. That's why you have to stop.
Oh, NL definitely felt that one. Again, he ran away with the first round of that game convincingly. Near perfect. But, man, the look on his face as soon as he got out-footsied, outspaced by Big Bird, he was not happy.
You have to think that Big Bird fights Punk. Punk has some of the best neutrals in the game. You think he's going to be afraid to walk up to anybody?
No, absolutely not. You gotta have, oh yes, that's what we love to see, right? Confirming, oh, the delay as well! Big Bird is looking nasty right now. Plus frames afterwards, keeping an extra +2 and checking with the medium punch to back medium punch again.
Okay, gets the Denjin again.
Oh, that was wrong.
Big damage right here.
That was a really tough call out, right? Anticipating a throw there from NL, using the throw invo uppercut on reversal, but still the stun is imminent. Oh yes, sir! Watch out now.
What a jump! What a low forward! Oh. Throw. Oh, gets the confirm. Yeah, you're dead. No! Oh my God! He woke up and he did it. He's not dead, but he is now set point for Nassar over UYU. Wow.
What we said when we said, oh, he's dead, we meant if you didn't kill Big Bird here, he's going to come back and kill you. That's what we said. We called it. What do you mean?
Back throw.
What a time to take your turn.
Oh, standing heavy kick. Such a good poke.
Was it the drum beat to Jumanji or something?
No, bro, that's the noise that the throw makes when he hits you with back throw. I guarantee it. I'm not making it up. I'm not crazy.
I never said it. You know what's crazy? This damage incoming. Uppercut as well. Get him out of there. For what it is, a confirm it's a trigger. Oh, let's talk about that in a little bit. Tatsu? Yes, sir.
Saving the meter for CA. That next hit can kill now. Oh, Tatsu to get through. Shades of Samurai. Not shady enough. That is going to be a team sweep. Thanks to Big Bird, the Kin versus Ryu is going to go to Kin this time around.
Was that 2-0?
That was 2-1. Excuse me. That was 2-1.
No. Hold up. I think that was 2-0.
We can look at the screen right here.
I think that was 2-0, Steve. I think. Oh, man. See, now you got me all confused. That was mad quick. No, Steve forgot. He wrote it down. He wrote it down on his paper. He showed us like it was 2-0. I'm like, I believe you.
Bruh, no, that's not what happened. It's not what happened at all. But I tell you what did happen. Team sweep for Nassar over UYU. This, I don't want to say it. I don't even want to chance it, but this is not a good start for UYU. They got a new team. They have a lot of great beginnings, but that's just a testament to how far the competition here for Street Fighter League has come. Every season has gotten harder and harder to set yourself apart from any other team here because the talent is so stacked. It's an international players ball that we have here. We had it this season, and it's even bigger this season. It's going to be a good one.
I know we kind of highlighted some of the bigger threats in both teams, right? UYU with NL, he hasn't found his bearing yet, but I do want to kind of switch up the story a little bit towards Nassar, right? With the addition of Problem X. He actually was the targeted ban as well as NL, right? But instead, he came forward and pulled it off with that Honda, a 2-0 victory over Oil King, which is mighty significant, right? Because as many wins as you get, you want to make sure you reduce the amount of losses to boost yourself in stats, and I think Nassar with Problem X delivered perfectly.
Now, if we go back to Problem X, let's talk about the team strategy here. We've seen this a few times before. If they nerf one of your strongest guns, sending them first is not a bad idea. And now if you look at UYU, they sent Oil King first. Oil King did not use Rashid, which is, once again, I still don't understand why. And then NL was still your anchor, even though he was nerfed. So I feel like you need to start taking that into account. You really want to start putting on the table and say, well, hey, look, what if they put their weakest player first? Not their weakest player, but their weakest player first. Problem X, Ryu versus E Honda instead. I felt like that would have been I would have been a lot more accepting of that matchup as opposed to the one we had where NL was last and he was still, handicapped by the fact that he wasn't able to play Cammy. He still could have played Akuma, and I feel like switching up, I feel like the order dynamic is really something that UYU needs to take advantage of. Last season it really hurt them because they had 2 Rashids. They had 2, right? But now they have the opportunity.
They had 2 Rashids and 2 Seths, by the way. That was so funky.
It was so funky. So now they have that opportunity. They have enough character variety. They have enough characters between them. I mean, I'm surprised to see Kami pull out the Akira. That gives you an Akuma. That also gives you a Seth and an Akira. Then you have Cammy for NL, Akuma for NL, and now a Ryu. And now you have Oil King as well with still 2 characters. I would like to see UYU go in there, switch up that dynamic a little bit. Nassar starting to get the wheels up under him right now and really, really taking the lead. I mean, coming back after that lost season, week 1, especially after that championship, this is definitely going to boost team morale.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, NASR with the utmost confidence. In fact, we do have one of the ones that pulled it off with such confidence. Big Bird standing by with Hollywood, Rob TV, to talk about this week's victory.
Oh my goodness, what amazing play that we just got to witness from Team NASR. And of course, I'm joined by their team captain, none other than my guy, Big Brr. So, bro, you guys just won. You just won season 3. Just got 20 bands apiece. And it's not even like you guys just got calm and comfortable. You seem like you're playing even better. How does it feel to get this important win going up against Team UYU?
Yeah, the loss to Panda was kind of tough. Yeah. But it's important to get the first win just to get the momentum going and momentum started. And the thing is about Problem, he's not been able to play his main character yet. Yeah. So it was important to get this win. So next time when he gets to play his main character, it'll be even better for us. So we'll have a better chance, basically.
So last season, I remember, there's a specific reason I especially wanted, even though you guys got the 3-0, I specifically want to talk to you because there's something that I'm noticing, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sure you are too. You are playing out of this world right now. And I remember last season, the Street Fighter League, you actually started off shaky. You know, Angry Bird was more so carrying a lot of the weight. He was in his backpack a little bit, I ain't gonna lie to you. But this time, you are looking like Big Bird that we all know, but even more improved. Why do you think it is that you're starting off so strong this year in comparison to last year?
I feel like even back in the offline days in the CBT, I always start off like very weak. Yeah. And then once I get off like an important win or something, that kind of rises my confidence a bit. And that allows me to play better because when I got second, I was doing bad before Evo. Yeah. But when I got second in the Evo, I started like playing comfortably. I started playing my game. I just started doing better in general. This is probably the same case because we won season 3 finals. Now I can just play comfortably because we got nothing to prove, basically. Yeah. NASR already won 1 season. We're kind of the champions, but we want to keep this momentum going. And basically, I'm a player that relies heavily on momentum, and we're basically now just riding the wave of season 3 finals.
Big Bird riding high on momentum, seeming to be completely in the zone with the rest of his teammates, looking just as sharp, just as strong. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have Vicious and Steve close it out at the commentary desk after this Astro listening.
The fireball is very annoying for you. So when you see he's doing like a poke that you can very versatile and he's close, you very versatile make him fall, so he loses his level. In the first match, you won the match by playing you push him, like you walk to him. But sometimes maybe try to like switch your rhythm to see how we react to it. I don't know if G can actually EX Dolphin on the fireball.
A birdie?
Yeah.
Maybe. If you stand outside, it's still the fireball range, you can't EX Dolphin for reaction.
Yeah, maybe.
Or some whiff punish.
But now he's just like playing poke with you.
Oh,
nice.
There we go. Yes.
Don't worry about the DPs.
Crosscuts are not coming out.
It's okay, don't worry about it. I think you're not used to the jumping, that's why.
Yeah, maybe.
It's time to start warming up. fighters have to strike out on their own.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Nassar going in with a W, their first one here in the season. Again, there's going to be so much to look forward to seeing how they develop as a unit with Problem X. Again, slowly finding his bearings with that E Honda. They fell short last week, but finding the W this week was absolutely crucial. Really excited to see what's going to happen also with Team UYU, right? Still trying to find their way into the door when it comes to their team synergy. I feel like having that boost with NL is a good start, just not enough to transcend them into greatness.
Yeah, same thing. It's the same thing. I feel like Problem X is really getting into the swing of things. Angry Bird and Big Bird really picking up the slack, especially from ending last season. UYU, on the other hand, still really struggling to find that stride. Like, it's really, really tough coming here and, like, changing your mindset to think about matchups 5 games down the line and potentially them resetting in a team battle scenario. So it's not an easy thing to deal with, but I know that NL will be able to get things started because once again, you can't keep blocking Cammy. You can't. You've seen it season in and season out. People want to stop IDOM. They want to stop Problem X. They want to stop Smug or whatever the case may be. They've always done that, but this is still the beginning pieces of season 4. There's a lot that can change, and especially considering we got, what, 15, 16 weeks of play coming up here.
15 plus the season finale, right? With the playoffs. And just to kind of remind you what happened in season 3, right? Nassar had a really rough start in the first half and managed to get that top 4 spot in the second half. So UYU still has a lot to reconsider. But we got to consider what's coming up next, right? We have, in our next team battles, we have Vodafone Giants going up against Panda, as well as Nordavind versus UYU.
Another chance to shine, another chance to get things back on the rails for UYU. It's not going to be easy, though. We just saw Nordavind do some crazy damage with these characters. I say damage because it's mental damage to the other teams. Of course, Panda is very much so looking pretty strong. And Vodafone Giants is just another team that you look at that has a bunch of heavy hitters that you really need to be able to stop. That team order is going to be important, and I really and truly hope Panda's set, signed, sealed, because it's not going to be easy. These new teams have a lot to prove is what I'm trying to say. So I can't wait to get into week 3, actually. I want to see some more of this Justin Wong play, bro. I want to see some more Phenom on him. We'll see what Veggy brings to the stage. I also want to see what UYU can change how the season has started so far.
And on top of that, we have the current standings, right? The way that it's been looking up until this point, Vodafone Giants is in first place because of the full-on sweep they had against UYU. Nordavind clutching it out just behind them in second because of their record 1-0 as well. And of course, Panda with a W on the board, still putting him at third place because of the way it went down. Then down below, you see the bottom 3 currently. NASR just picked up their first W. Bandits with their first game, 0-1 so far. And UYU still trying to find that first victory with their new team. We're going to see how it plays out, right? We have so much more to look forward to still.
Look, I'm just interested to see how these teams are going to balance out towards the end of the season. I've said this before, you can't keep banning Cammy, right? You only get one chance to ban that Cammy. Second half of the season might turn things around. Also, I want to see some more character variety. I haven't seen so much of that Rashid. I want to see what that's going to do. And you see Nordavind feels like they came out swinging in a lot of instances, considering they have so much team synergy. Still needs to get something done with the board-wise, though, to stay up on top of that leaderboard because it's about to get hairy. Panda on the other side, once again, kind of reformed Alpha 3 team with Justin Wong. A new, more powerful Nephew is a good way to start this season the way they've been playing. They've got some expertise. Justin Wong is back at Street Fighter League. They got some ground to grow.
What a sentence.
Right? It's look, I'm telling you right now, it's a lot to be done. Vodafone Giants is another new team that's really trying to make a staple and make a stamp early because that second half of the season is going to be treacherous. But we're just on week 3.
That's right. We have plenty more to go through with next week's battles. Again, Vodafone Giants are going to be facing off against Panda. They're going to be contesting for that top spot. However, Nordavind is also in the mix, facing off against Team UYU, and that's what you could expect for next week's team battles. You guys definitely do not want to miss it. In time, it's going to be a banger. And again, Astro has been a huge component of Street Fighter League, and we have to make sure that you guys know about it as well. With their A40 headsets, that's been the peripheral, the headset and mix amp for these players here at Street Fighter League, because these guys have been servicing the FGC for about 10 years now with great audio control. You have full-on EQ settings to maximize the efficiency. You do have comms up and down the block. You can hear the people pressing the buttons. You can hear the smack talk from behind them, and you can hear all the strategy being in play here at Street Fighter League due to the fact that Astro has been supplying us with these A40 headsets. You can pick one up for yourself, checking out the Twitch panel below for your chance to be one of the greats as well using that Astro headset.
With that being said, guys, that's going to do it here for week number 2, but we got plenty more left for you guys. We will see you at Street Fighter League Season 4, week number 3, here.
Throws in a kill, and he knew it too. Here comes MenaRD. We're going to see the activation route now.
Reversal. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Can't close out, not close enough. Oh my God. And just literally playing it so slow, throwing off the timing regardless of what you expect. Oh wow, activate. Look at this setup. Yo, Kami. Yo, we're taking it to the skies. Push to the corner, tap, tap. Yo, if you ever played rival schools, you know that's optimal, bro.
Here comes that activation. Oh, in the back throw. This could spell a lot of danger. You don't even have to charge up for. Dear God, that was an anti-air option from Honda. That was a single anti-air option from Honda. You went. Tatsu? Yes, sir.
Saving the meter for CA. That next hit can kill now. Oh, Tatsu to get through. Shades of Samurai. Not shady enough. That is going to be a team sweep